Welcome to Storm King's Thunder, where me and a bunch of my nerdy-ass friends get together, and we like to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons!
Fantastic. Knocked your headset
Love
off. Tonight, we are in session 30 of our campaign. Previously, we had, our party had cleared out Svardborg, the frozen den of the frost giants, and made their way across the sea of moving ice to Bremen, Bergen's hometown, which they knew was going to be under attack by the frost giant navy. You guys were able to warn the town, allow them to mount some defenses and evacuate the citizens, and prepare for the onslaught in advance. In doing so, you also did a preemptive strike against Storvold and his ship, which you bombarded with both your cannons and your alchemist fire. And while you did a pretty chunk of damage, did not manage to sink the vessel, which nearly shot you guys out of the sky in counterattack. You guys proceeded to wage war against Storvold and his forces, leading the Knights of the Order of the Gauntlet, as well as the Lord's Alliance. And by doing so, pop this back on now that he's out. And in doing so, seemed to hold them at bay, but we're not making much headway. That is until Zatari showed up riding a nightmare, a black steed with ethereal red flames, and a werewolf army behind him. With the added numbers in your favor, you guys were able to outnumber them and overpower them, and Storvold, upon seeing this, made a break for it. Riding his Remmerhaze, he was able to charge through the battlefield, getting a couple of wallops as he did so, but made his way to the Temple of Helm, where he utilized a bloodstone and an amulet around his neck to transport himself across the realms to the realm of Elseer, specifically the Black Fens. Tally was struck with immense pain and was unintentionally broadcasting Zafuhiri's voice, which was telling them that he could cut through the air to open up rifts into different worlds and utilize that to cross over into Elseer yourselves. You guys did find yourselves within that realm in the swamp, but not in the frozen segment that you searched for. So you guys had to wander, passing crocodiles and hydras and lizard folk, and eventually coming to a part of the swamp that had frozen over, a sturdy ice shelf where murky water once had been. And you guys were able to cross along that and search for hours, realizing that this frozen patch is not just a small radius, but rather massive, and came across Storvold, searching for Kimber. You guys had waged battle with him, even after his Remmerhaze joined in the fight, managed to, though it was difficult, managed to hold him and the beast at bay, and overpower them. And at the end, where you guys successfully felled Storvold, Bergen executing him with the final blow, Kimber revealed himself, saying that he had been waiting for quite some time for a worthy guardian of the ring to take up the mantle, the Ring of Winter. Bergen, being his great-grandson, of which neither knew, was obviously the perfect person to take up this mantle, as guided here by Helm and as instructed to Kimber. Bergen managed to successfully complete the ceremony, taking a pretty big chunk of damage in the process, but you guys helped patch him up and keep him stable throughout it. And we ended last week's session with him getting the Ring of Winter successfully. Chill out, dogs. And
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah, you're very loud. And with that, my dudes, we're gonna go ahead and jump into tonight's session. Couple reminders. Somebody say something real quick.
Hello.
Y'all are not in the right.
Oh, sorry. What'd you say,
There we
Josh?
go. That's better.
All right.
Penis. Penis. Yeah, remember the penis game? Wow.
No.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure I played it in the past year, so I haven't grown up.
That's a good sign, though.
Sometimes, so probably within the
Oh,
last
yeah?
5 years, I have.
Oh,
played it.
jeez. Some friendly reminders. You motherfuckers are level 9, so if you have not level up your character, you guys can now attune to a total of 4 items, because the way I'm doing it is it's tied to your proficiency bonus. So now that your proficiency bonus is +4, you can have up to 4 magical items attached to you at a time. You guys, and I forgot to ask this earlier, but I was thinking about it. You guys have the you killed the young green dragon and took its head. You never said you were turning it into a trophy, like while we were in town. Is that something that you guys have done?
I wanted to make a helmet out of it. That was
You want to craft it into something?
yeah. I wanted to craft
Okay.
it into something. I think that's why we ended up taking it. I don't think we took it for a reason. Goldbrand.
Well,
made
he
it
told you to bring it.
Oh,
Donovan suggested bring the talons, the venom glands, and the head.
I guess we could give it to him.
Well, I think. Did you want to make it a trophy? Did you want to keep it for crafting supplies? Did you want to give it to Donovan? You were the only one who was there for that kill of our current group, so.
Give it to Donovan first, and then see if we can make a helmet out of it. Doesn't have to be.
Gotcha. Also, friendly reminder that anytime I ask you guys to make a skill check, whether it be athletics, acrobatics, stealth, whatever, if you want to make a case to say, do, or cast something that will increase your odds, I'm all ears for that. So if I say, hey, make an athletics check, and you're like, oh shit, my athletics sucks. What if I do this to try to make it easier? We'll see if we can't work out an agreement. And with that, we'll dive back in. Still in the realm of Elsyr, within the frigid, frozen black fens. As you all patch yourselves up from your battle with Storvold and his fiery rimmer haze, Bergen stares down the golden ring that's now on his hand, covered in frost, but now bearing next to no effect on him. His mind is racing, impulsively wanting to test the ring, but trying to remind himself how dangerous it is, and how risky it is to utilize it. Tally snaps him out of his thoughts, though, when he says, very well, then. Any further business before we head back to across the flow? Anything anyone wants to ask or share? Sort of turns a look onto Zatari.
Nah, man, I'm good. I don't know what the hell just happened, but I'm here. I'm chilling.
Well, you see, we
Indeed.
had to kill these bastards, or things were not going to go well for any of the shits with the giants. And he wants to look at Tally and he wants to say, can you take us backs?
Tally sort of nods his head. I believe I could try, but I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else we wanted to take care of before we did.
Well, we already salvaged the Rimmer Haze, but we didn't search Storvold, so one of y'all can do that if y'all want to.
I sort of quickly ran you through the important things on him. The big things is he had the Bloodstone, which is useless because it just searches for members of Kimber's line, but is a diamond, technically. So you can utilize that in resurrection spells. It's very expensive, 3,000 gold. You guys also had the Jarl's Helm, which was the Astorian artifact that Storvold wore, and that you guys know can probably be used to restore some of the stands.
Who asked you?
Can
Goldbrand
and
carry
then,
that?
yes, it's 250 pounds, so it's big, and it won't fit in the bag, but you could carry it through the realm and onto the
I
airship.
was about to say, Devin could carry that. Goldbrand could carry that easy.
And you did harvest 3 of the Rimmer Haze plates. Other than that, the only thing on his person of note is the amulet he used to travel here, which anyone who wants to can make an Arcana check to see if they can figure out what that is. But it is cracked at the moment.
Why are you shaking your head? You're the only spellcaster here, or
Yeah,
Gross.
I'm pretty sure. Let's
the
see.
only full caster. Goldbrand sucks. I guess you're... Okay, no, I feel you.
Yeah,
Bergen
no
take a crack at it?
intelligence.
Oh,
Well, it's
Bergen
too late.
can.
That's what I'm talking about.
Natural 20! Within -1, too. That's beautiful. Yeah, so Zatari picks it up and very analytically is observing it, holding it up, trying to view different angles, make out what he can on it. And Zatari, you realize that this is likely an amulet of planar travel. It is something used to jump across the realms. Now, you know that he used the Bloodstone with this, and you gather he tried some combination of using the site where Bergen's mother was killed, and using that connection with the Bloodstone to tie it to Kimber, and try to transport himself to Kimber, which he successfully managed to do. The amulet does not seem to have held up well as a result, and is cracked. You could try to use it again, but there's a chance things might go awry.
Nah, it's just a normal amulet. I'll just hold on to it, I don't think anybody else will want it.
That's the most Atari thing I've ever heard.
I like jewelry. You know, I got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that werewolf army? Come on, I deserve this.
No, yeah. In fact, Bergen, if nothing else, would be like, "Yeah, dude, that was pretty crazy. Where the hell did you meet them?"
You know, I was on my way up to see y'all, and then they kind of just found their way to me, and I tried to kill them, but it didn't work out very well. So they
I can
know
imagine.
Goldbrand apparently.
They so we actually helps them off of the icebergs.
Bergen will go. We helped the Uthgard off the iceberg.
That was the youth guards.
Oh,
We calls them cursed claws. It's my understanding there's a tribes that lives in the general areas we wers, that have this. He kind of shrugs. Afflictions. They may not seize it that way.
Yeah, I'm more of a Team Edward kind of guy anyway, so it's kind of awkward. But
gross. What?
Rip.
Turn your heater
Who the
on.
fuck's that?
My fan, it's burning up in here now.
Okay.
you know, he's more my type than your type, I would think.
Oh my god.
Goldbrand makes a
Yeah,
mental
Goldbrand's
note.
definitely a team Jacob.
For sure. What's up, Loka?
That's very
That's-
true.
Excellent. Well, Tally, seeing that it seems that you guys have concluded your business, once again conjures up the Kai Karim, the psionic knife within his grasp, and slashes through the air, and in doing so creates this pink-purple rift, and looking through it you can see the Temple of Helm that you exited from. He goes, I guess I can do it more than once. Come on, don't know how long this will last. And as you guys proceed through, it is late afternoon when you return through the portal, back into the Temple of Helm, which is situated up on this rocky ridge that overlooks the sea and the town, providing you an excellent view of Bremen, which we're going to jump to real quick. Several new graves lie in the plains to the west of the temple, only perceivable for the rough wooden stake signs that mark each mound, nearly invisible among the snow plains. And you're surprised to see the city is in much better shape than you left it. You had seen some minor damage, where ballista and stones had missed and had crashed into the buildings. And yet, the 5 taverns, which were nearly flattened some 8 hours ago, are fully repaired. Most of them even painted. And the town hall that lost nearly a whole wall is repaired. Even many of the houses that sustained damage have new roofs. The civilians must have been brought back very quickly, because the city is teeming with citizens, traders, and a sparse force of guards. And it's not long before your presence is noticed, met with cries of, "They've returned! It's Stonespire! Praise Helm, they're back!" And soon, Bergen's mentor, and now his fellow Whitehawk, Grilnir, emerges from the growing crowd and gives a triumphant laugh as he slaps Bergen on the shoulders. "We'd nearly given up hope, lad. We watched you run down Storvold and disappear like he did, but hadn't nary a clue. Someone fetch Stonespire! Double time!" And you see one of the members of the town running off to grab his father. He asks if you're injured.
Nah, we're good, man.
I'm about to say Tally is about half health. Goldbrand for some reason has a lot of health.
Didn't we
Yeah,
heal you at the end?
I think y'all took a rest or something,
A
yeah.
short rest, I guess.
Since Tally wasn't there, we may not have short rested him. You guys are in pretty good shape, considering. You took a little time to patch yourselves up. And he asks what happens, and Bergen regales him with the tale of traveling through the swamp, finding the Croc, the Hydra, the Lizardmen, and eventually Storvold himself.
I'm sorry. I said Tally, but it's Bergen who's at half health because he had to. We healed up and rested.
Yes.
He had to go through the. I see.
Yeah. He's a little roughed up, but he's okay. But as Bergen finishes, Grilnir was like, "And what of the other days?" Or did it take you that long to find him?
Gone for like a day, right?
He shakes his head. It's been 4 days since the Battle of Bremen, lads.
Not as long as I. Well, not as long as Devin was afraid of. 4 days.
Anyone who wants to can make an investigation, arcana, or history check. You guys know you were only gone for 8 hours, or believe.
Also,
So bad.
You said
we were gone for years. We've been gone forever.
You look over, there's a Statue of Liberty, just crushed and lying in the bay.
Staten
Beautiful.
Island, no.
what else did you say?
Anybody else want to make a chat? Investigation, Arcana, or History?
Is Davos with them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Arcana,
Let's see if it-
investigation, what?
History.
Or History. I think they're all intelligence-based, but...
Yep.
Yeah, he's got the same for everything.
Yeah, go ahead and try one, and we'll see how it comes out. Oh no.
Bergen believes Zatari when Zatari says that they've been gone for years and years and years.
Oh God, no! Let's try one more person. Let's have Davos give it a crack.
Can I
Let's get another.
roll through his sheet?
You should be able to
You
click.
should be able to. It should pop up with a little dice next to it. Little red dice.
Yeah, it's not for me, like it was yesterday when I was
Oh.
rolling.
You may have to click it and then scroll up into like the window on the right and click roll to.
Oh, he may have to do the feats and thing because it's a
Uh,
character sheet he's not rolled from before.
that's-
But I've got it pulled up now. Let me pop it real quick.
Way to go.
Can y'all calm the fuck down?
Wolfie just hurt himself. It's fine.
Sherry just hit her head. That's fine.
Wow. For Donk. Another net one. 21. Davos goes, wait a minute. No, I've heard of this. Time isn't constant throughout the different realms. What might be an hour here might be several somewhere else. And if we were gone for 8 hours, and they think we've been gone 4 days, and he does some quick math, that means each hour in Elseer was 12 hours here. And
I didn't know
you guys
were
are-
wizards.
he is, and he popped up right when he's needed. Can you hear us, Sir Davos? Dawnbringer?
Giant Slayer.
Dragon Slayer? Giant Slayer?
Bird.
We cannot hear you, my dude. I'll let you get your shit together. You just found out... Well, I guess I don't know if he can hear me, so I might wait another second. We'll give you a count of 3. 3! Fuck you. Okay. Ah.
Why? It's a fucking man.
I
Oh,
decided Pirates of the Caribbean
this suspense is
is
killing me.
once again awesome. After rewatching it for the first time in several years.
It's pretty good. Can you hear us, Brandon? Can we hear you?
Can you?
Yeah, sweet. So you just found out that you guys thought you were gone for 8 hours in Elseer. You guys just came back, found out you've been gone for 4 days. And thanks to your investigation check, you know that time is not constant across the realms, and that 1 hour in Elseer was 12 hours back here in home. So if y'all had, for example, taken a long rest and stayed the night, many, many days would have gone by. So definitely something to, think about if you're ever doing any realm walking. Now, as you tell him all this, Grilnir is like, what you've done is incredible. Bergen, you must report this to the high hollowed halls of Helm's Hold, so that we may share your great deeds with the speakers.
That alliteration,
lot of H's.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
high hollowed halls of Helm's Hold.
Last time I used
And as he's speaking, he notices Bergen's ring, and his eyes grow wide, and points to it and says, "Bergen, if that is what I believe it is, then you had best go soon. As soon as your ship's repairs are done. Should take us another couple of days."
Have
At
you
that
know what's
point-
fucked up?
You guys hear a trumpet as the Luxodon Talden approaches, and dwarfed by his side, but now beside him, you see Valkyr, which is very surprising.
Look at that go around and goes, the fucks did you come from?
Mate, it's been a while.
Been a while.
I'm glad to see you, but the fucks?
My dude!
My God, it's hard to maintain this.
No, you're good.
My goddess, she teleported me in the snowy lands yonder, and I met this beautiful white owl with a certain marking on the back of its head, and it flew me here, knowing that I had to return to the crew. I had
As
important
Valkyr's,
information.
and as he says this, he points, and sitting on top of the temple is a giant snow owl. And as it turns its head, you see a dark mark on the back of its neck that you realize is the same bird that you saw on Svartborg. And now that you're looking at it a little closer, you see that that's in the shape of a crescent moon.
Close.
I had
Fucks.
some important information to give to the crew.
Important enough to fly us all the way up here
Are they
to
being
find
gay?
us?
Paging Captain Bagel.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't leave my town for something so simple.
Can we at least get some drinks first?
I agree.
Speaking
We're gonna need it, mate.
Speaking of drinks, they say, "Oh yes, we've got the 5 Tavern Center up and running, but before that, we have some stuff to go over with you."
Oh no.
And Talden says that the battle was rough and that you guys had 50 troops and 15 of them died, so about 30% casualties, and about a dozen or so were pretty severely wounded, but are going to survive. He also tells you that after you guys left, the werewolves helped them overthrow and outnumber the frost giants, causing them to scatter. And without their full force, they couldn't use the Kriegvind, their ship. They couldn't navigate with it. So they just took off running into the snowy fields. And now, the ship has been set adrift into the lake, and there's tales of a ghost ship floating around Mauer Down. So you guys have helped create a local legend. Congratulations for that. He does hand you a large fabric, folded up. He says, we did manage to recover the sail. It bears a rune that we don't recognize, but you will all recall it glowing when the ship was trying to get away, and it seemed to accelerate and cause the sails to swell with wind and speed up. And you guys receive a Pennant of the Wind rune. And since you've used a rune before, you guys know that these things can be used to used either as items themselves, or you can use them to enchant boots, a cloak, or armor. Or you could use it on your airship if you were to so choose.
Smells like Zatari's been doing enough Pennant of the Winds.
Hey, come on now.
Womp womp womp.
So glad he's here. So glad he showed up.
After the battle of after the battle, the werewolves turned back into the Youthguard, which are rare in this part. Normally they're a different type of barbarian. And they asked for you, Golbrand. And when they explained that you had vanished, they told them that they wouldn't stay, but they wanted to pass on that they had that their debt was fulfilled, and that they hoped to reclaim the land of their tribe. He also says that, this is Talden speaking, that the Lord's Alliance has requested him to report to Waterdeep and asked if he can hitch a ride.
Talden, not Taliban, right?
Talden, yes, is the
Luxor.
big boy's name. Yeah.
No, I'm not opposed if y'all are not.
There was something with Bergen's father, but I'll save that for when he's here. Let me highlight that so I don't forget it later. So you guys have 2 days in Bremen, and there's only 2 things really to do in this city.
First we have
Drink
to go to the
and shop.
taverns, and we have to hear from this ones about what the fuck's is going on.
Okay. You guys make your way into one of the and it's literally set up to where there's 5 buildings, each drastically different in appearance, but all drinking taverns. Some of them are inns, some of them are just for food and drink, some of them have double as stables. I mean, there's a variety of structures here. You guys proceed into the first one, and immediately people begin clapping, and drinks are handed to you, and you guys are sat down with plates and plates of food. If you want to talk before we get to the next part, we'll let you guys share what information you need.
I think as they're getting settled down and drinks are being brought to him, Goldbrand's like, alright, friends, you came all the way up here from the Labs of Luxuries, and I need to know what's going on. Goldbrand with 3 steins in his hand.
Valkyr picks up a mega pint of wine.
The whole jug from the middle of the table.
Oh God, Johnny Depp. All right.
Yes. And begins to relay to the group that we recently had an agent that was investigating Lady Daggerford because we were suspicious of her the whole time.
Man,
We found out that she is planning to take Nightstone by
I'll leave it.
force,
Yeah.
and
Mitch.
that her secret
See you tomorrow.
identity, according to my agent, is
Is
actually succubus. So she's supposed to keep us pretending to be Lady Daggerford.
In like an hour, hopefully.
wait, like
you
the
guys be
sexy
good.
kind, or like
Deuces.
Davo, stay away. I know
You've
you and
seen
your
it.
bar tendencies.
You've seen the thing. I'm assuming. So remember the things with wings? The fox is.
There's a lot of things.
we got 3 things with the
Do you
wings
know
that we ride into battle.
Do you know what the fuck's that is? It's probably the things you saw. Oh, did you tell them about seeing Lady Daggerford in the crystal ball? Did you tell us about it?
Me? Or him?
Yeah. You're the one that saw her in the crystal
Oh
ball.
yeah, like if
Oh,
that
for sure.
we knew she was some sort of demon, I guess. I think is what we ascertained.
Yeah.
We knew
Yeah,
it
you knew
for
she was fiendish
sure.
in nature.
Right. It was like something not normal. But yeah, what's a succubus?
Okay, you know what it is, so I'm gonna skip over that part and also go on to relay. She's also been working with the Zent to charm many of the lords and ladies of various cities. Letters, my agent let me know that he got out safe, so we should have, be able to reconfer with him and go over all the details once we get back.
Was this
It is.
obvious?
It was obvious, yes.
It wasn't obvious to all of us.
Shut the fuck up.
That was
I
pretty
had
good.
a second, yeah.
That's partially what his name is based off of. Osvious for obvious and obscurus for obscure, so I don't know.
Well, you know
Um,
what I say. Get bent, Zent.
Get bent,
Yes,
sent,
this
10-4.
makes her a very unfortunate threat. We don't have times for this, but I'm not sure that some things that we can puts off indefinitely. Especially
they
since
say-
she's not actually, humans.
So wait a second. So do we know when she will be attacking Nightstone?
We did not. I did not know or get that information from Osvius.
Do you think maybe that's why she wanted some of our forces thinned out closer to, I forget the name of the town,
Secumber?
Yeah. That's a good
so
point.
Quite
we can
possibly.
succumb to her plans, I guess.
You're in a roll tonight.
That's gross.
Oh wow. Sorry, my
Should
thoughts.
we-
Succubus probably did want us to succumb to her plans. I would imagine she would make a move soon, but I don't know what the priority is of the team, seeing as I just got here.
Here. Well, the good
And,
news is we wrapped up our businesses here, so we can return
Yeah.
as soon
If
as the airships
Nightstone
is
is-
done.
And Stefan, you would know that Valkyr did pass this along to Daphne and the rest of the people at Nightstone, so they could prepare while you were away.
We have preparations going on in Nightstone, so some stuff we're holding it down out there, but we do need to be there as the main force of
I
defending.
would think with, a succubus,
so we
if
should
she's
go
going to be
find
part of the
hers.
battle.
No, so we should
You-
just go
you-
find hers.
Lady Daggerford?
I think so. If she never has a chance to do any of this, then we avoids a lot of shits. I would hopes. We gets back on this giants things. I think she has ways, if we had to do this in public, to disprove her identities.
Do-
Like dispel magic?
Knows. The things I did to the polar worms,
Yeah.
Moonbeam.
it will show her
Moonlight.
true forms if she is not actually hers. Which hopefully
Ah,
there's no
I wonder,
switches
yeah.
going around.
She can have like some sort of like conference speaking to the people and you could boom. But one might be able to say we are just casting an illusion if that's the case. Like sure it shows her true form, but could it not also just be an illusion?
I would hope Sabades is proofs enough. Because Goldbrand doesn't know what actually happens to fiends when they die.
Okay, so it's not like you would just reveal like she's like weak to moon beams. Yeah.
It's going to hurt,
I think it's.
but
Yeah.
Let's say,
it's
yeah.
going to strip
Okay.
away. It's not going to matter because everyone's going to see we're not attacking Lady Daggerford. We're attacking a succubus, apparently.
And doesn't an illusion like disappear if you attack it?
Indeed.
No, right. I guess I misunderstood
No, yeah.
the effects
It's just,
of the.
it's just the thing it happens to do. And
Right.
As you guys are talking, someone comes up. Someone Bergen might recognize as a citizen among the town. No one you've met before, but he goes, "My lords, please, I know you've just returned from harrowing adventures, but we would love to hear a tale of any of your quests up to this point. Please, share something with us." And I will ask either Devin or Brandon, as our two most senior members present, to share a story of something that happened to you guys. It could be anything that's happened from the start of the campaign.
Come on, Bard.
Tell them
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
witch you stabbed in the hands.
The one I stabbed in the heads.
In the hands.
The hand.
Politica?
Oh, yeah. We could do that one, or we could talk about how you failed to kill that green dragon, and I had to be the one that take it down.
It's up to you. I have some stories.
Pick a tale and give me a minute. Maybe not a minute, but talk about it for a second. Let's hear how your storytelling
Poisonous
stories are.
gas all around us. Deadly situation, right? It's me talking, Goldbrand, Zatari, Tally over there, all of us. Shit in my pants. I'm scared, right? And I'm like, Goldbrand, you better kill this thing while we distract it, And then Bergen out of nowhere, just like, he's doing stuff, axes appearing, maces, spiritual. It's kind of ethereal, kind of cool. You know what I'm talking about. Point to some random citizen.
It's good shit.
Yeah, and then one one of the guys goes, "He told them to grovel. Tell that part."
Oh yeah. He was getting a little kinky there towards the end, and told the dragon to grovel. I bet Goldbrand $50 that if he could kill it, but he didn't. But I think he did. He saved the day with his rainbow light thing, where
Yes,
the dragon
it,
tried to disappear. Completely lost. We're completely
Very
screwed.
fine.
In the butt. We're getting no. Goldbrand said not today. And then guiding bolt, Iron Man out the chest. Y'all don't know who that is yet. Just dead.
Beautiful. 10-10.
I like
You
it.
raucous applause and roars, and the party actually is shifting. They seem to be like grasping, like, "Oh, you've got to tell the people over at the Stones," and they drag you to the next tavern. And Devin, share a story for us.
Oh, boys. The first one that comes to mind is
God.
the first
I don't
one.
understand the word he says.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Just doing a haka.
Nah, that's the best part.
Go, Brad. Tell us a story.
We gotta get points of inspiration here, bro. Come on.
I still have mine from last time. We were storming the stone giant slayers. Stone giants, I'm sorry. Hill giants. The first times we had to go and takes things from giants. We're not expecting, I think, so many of them, and with a little bit of helps, I managed to kill 2 giants before we had to go and question the leaders of the giants,
ones.
if you will. But that was a great amount of fun, because if it wasn't for the purple ones over there was another ones that would have went and opened a fucking chamber to wolves, and we did not want to fight dire wolves at that times. I don't think it would have been the great times.
And we'll say
it was great times.
Goldbrand almost presents this not like a lecture, but like a very matter-of-fact story. And then he ends with, and then they beat the living shit out of her from below, and her organs went squawk, which to him is no big deal, but to the people are horrified. Like, there's like the one part shock, but the one part, yeah, fuck yeah, hill giants dying, woo! And they proceed to drag you guys to the next tavern, where we're gonna ask Zatari, tell us a story from your adventures. Or your own life.
What the fuck? I haven't been here.
You
Just give us some Fall Out Boy lyrics. We'll never know.
I call the crap. No.
He was ready for that.
Always.
Oh, what do I?
Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat-tat.
No,
Tell me
Hey.
about yourself.
I got these
You can-
boots, and I click my boots, and it's just like me.
Zatari proceeds to tell of the fearsome Vonendod that he was the primary worker on, that Zolto had forced him to do this, but by utilizing the skills he had learned, he creates this, and he holds out his arms like almost full Jarvis Iron Man style and just levitates up, and we'll say even fires a shot through the roof.
Jesus.
And as he does,
What, you
the
never
shot
did a
goes
death
in the
spot?
air. Yeah, he fires the shot in the air, and you all hear galloping. As charging through the open door is the nightmare, wreathed in red flame, and people are screaming. People are, some people are all about it. Some people are terrified, thinking, "What the fuck is this?" But as do you dismiss it? Do you keep it? Do you say anything?
I
This is
forgot.
an illusion?
No, that's how I call it. I shoot
Oh,
it in the
shit.
air. I named it Ricochet. Kind of cute.
Oh, I love it. Oh
That's
god,
badass.
It's
I
a
forgot.
horse?
I will
Like-
die for Ricochet.
It's a
Ricochet.
flaming horse with a bone face. So it's not very good to look at.
Freaking like Ghost Rider? Like, yes.
Kinda,
Basically.
as a horse.
Dude, that's way cooler than my Pegasus named
yeah,
Spot.
I'll dismiss it. That's once I realize what the
ha-
fuck I do.
How do you choose to do that? By the way, do you just like go at it? You slap its ass and it charges out, and as soon as it's through the doorway, there's like this 2 seconds of absolute stillness before again roarous applause and cheering, and they pull you once again to the fourth tavern. And Valkyr, go ahead and share a story with us.
Okay.
This is your pub crawl experience.
Love that.
My pub crawl experience? Oh, okay.
All
I
of
had
you, yeah.
something-
No
So,
con saves?
No, oi, mate. I was drinking mega point after mega point, right? Going out to spend some time with the bards because they knew Davos, and I got in with them, dancing around, getting drunk on the weekends. But there was this one time where we were just crawling past the pub, and some slimy bastards started walking up to me, a whole group of them, right? So I just walked up, and anyways, I started blasting. You get an Eldritch Blast, you get an Eldritch Blast. And I realized they were all illusions the next night when I was knocked out and I had one of the bards telling me what went down that night. But it was an adventure, I tell you.
Beautiful. Again, uproarious applause, cheers, more drinks as you guys are pushed to a fifth tavern, the final tavern. And this one's much different from the rest. It's much rougher. The people in here, when the crowd enters, most of them almost seem pissed off that there's this raucous energy coming into the room. And it's Bergen's turn. And Bergen, we're going to say, tells them the story of, we went to visit the Oracle of the Eye of the Allfather. An avatar of the King of Giants himself, the God of Giants, Anam the Allfather. And we had to slay a Remmerhaze, Uthkart barbarians, fled for our lives from crashing boulders. And as we communed with this spirit and gained this powerful wisdom, we tried to leave. And as we did, an enormous ancient dragon crashed its way through the temple, killed the frost giant who had guided us there, and was collapsing the entire structure. And empowered by Helm, I held the ceiling aloft with magic and blasted the large fragments of stone into harmless pebbles. And we made our way out. Unfortunately, our friends did not make it. And there's almost this solemn moment where these drunken bastards, barely able to stand, take off their hats and, sway, not trying to sway, just can't quite stand straight. But again, uproarious applause as you guys have done a fantastic job of providing this town with plenty of content to share for the next several weeks. For fun, everybody roll a con save. We're going to see how you guys do.
Don't like it.
I'm thinking you guys had, since you visited 5 taverns, minimum 5 drinks. Oh, Davos, you are feeling it. You are straight snockered. Bergen is not doing well. Valkyr's not doing too great.
So that was Tally's. Before I roll Gold
Tally's holding his liquor very well.
Before I roll Goldbrands, I like to think that Goldbrand probably went hard. He drank a lot.
Not as much
Okay.
as Davos.
Tally's holding his liquor very well. He's kind of not drinking you guys under the table, but he's, he's like ordering another round, and Davos is over here like puking on his shoes. Like sub 5's pretty rough, man. You guys all gather as you awake the next day in a tavern room that you don't remember buying or walking into, for that matter. Your heads are aching, you're sore, but there's this relief that comes with knowing that you guys stopped the Frost Giants from their doomsday plan, so to speak. And by doing so, feel like you've held up to your part, preserved the path, preserved the town of Bremen. And by doing so, that hangover's a little more bearable. You do have another day within Bremen before your ship is finished. And Bergen does tell you that there is a magic shop that you guys can check out if you want.
Oh, boys. We should do that shit so we're loaded. This is Devin talking.
I
Indeed.
would
Sorry.
also. I don't know what kind of wizard knowledge library they have here. Maybe try to find some info on succubuses for the party.
Okay, we'll say
Goodbye.
there's. Why does that sounds even worse? I don't even. The town itself does not have anything as formal as a library, but having a temple, there are holy men, and you talk to them, and you and Bergen speak with them, and they tell you that succubuses are shapeshifters, that they charm and seduce, and often implant the desires that they want people to complete in their dreams. They are vicious creatures who prey on dark desires, and as such are very cunning, very conniving, very intelligent. Not something you want to be on the wrong end of. Let me check one thing real quick.
Just for your notes, Joey, I have advantage against being charmed when we ever face
Noted.
this thing.
Help me remember that, but yeah. Do you really? Damn.
I think that's being
I
the
don't know.
half elf. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think that's a race
Yep.
thing. No offense.
He will
sorry.
tell you. He will tell you that they are hardy. While not particularly stout, they are resistant to a lot of non-magical effects, including many elemental effects. He does say that radiant damage, radiant abilities, anything of a holy source might deal an extra pop. So keep that in mind. He also warns you
Moonbeam.
that.
That's
He
not-
also
Oh, wait.
warns you that they can communicate telepathically. They can put thoughts into your head. And if you're not on your game, if you're not sharp enough, you may think they're your own.
I'll tell you, Davis.
So do we need like a silver weapon?
He tells you,
That's better.
silver's not particularly extra efficient against these types of creatures. As long as whatever you have is magical, it should be fine. And most of you, I think, at this point have magical weapons.
It's +1
Indeed.
considered magical.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, anything with an ability that isn't just because of its material is 100% magical. Like an adamantine weapon is not considered magical. It's just a special material.
But plus anything is.
Correct.
Do have a sword that deals an extra 1d8 radiant damage when I smite.
Yikes.
You guys,
Smite's radiant damage too.
oh, whoops. Fuck me. Didn't mean to do that. You guys, proceed to Noblet's shop, where, oh god, what have I done? What have I done? I hate everything about this.
Very upset.
No, yeah, my fucking Discord's being jank.
And I was. Oh, never mind. I was gonna ask if it was
I'm gonna-
time to take break.
We just started.
That's what. Yeah, I was saying. That's why I was like.
I will drop this in your chat. You guys meet Noblet, a human man with long dark hair wrapped in a dark gray cloak, who welcomes you and says, "Please
Oh my
peruse my
God.
wares, and let me know if you have anything that you
Please
want to know a little bit
peruse
more
my
about."
wares.
There
That
are
sounds a
there's
little-
5.
Suggestive.
Oh yeah, he's nude under that cloak. He does present you guys with 5 items that you can take a look at. Technically 6, but one of them is 2 of the same thing. So a potion of vitality, which removes many harmful effects and allows you to regain more health when you take a short rest. There's a sapphire elemental gem that conjures a water elemental as an action. There's the saddle of the cavalier, an enchanted saddle that makes it impossible for you to be dismounted forcefully, and attacks against your mount have disadvantage. There's 2 arrows or bolts, if you have a bow or a crossbow. I don't want to, penalize one person over the other, that deal extra damage to dragons. They're bolts of dragon slaying. And last are 3 goats carved. There's 1 large, 1 medium, 1 small. And he tells you that they're figurines of wondrous power, and that you can use the goats for several things. That the little one is for travel, that the middle one is for battle, and that the big one is for intimidation. And that they're all 1 use each. I have the gold amounts listed there. If anything looks cool, say it out, and if we get more than a couple people who like it, we'll go ahead and consider it bought.
How much are we backing here, realistically?
Lots.
Like 20k.
More than that now, I think, actually. You guys are almost 30k.
I'm curious about these goats.
Same. I think that's
Yeah.
neat.
Figuring
They're-
all day.
Yeah, figurines of wondrous power. And they are wondrous indeed. Why won't you do this, you piece of shit?
I think the saddle of the cavalier would be useful for somebody.
I was gonna say.
It'd be
You have
useful
to
for
be
all of us.
attuned.
Yeah.
By the saddle is attuned by the creature, not by you.
Okay.
It's like a crystal collar.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it would be.
definitely the potion of vitality as well. Just in case we end up needing it.
That's
That is
cool.
so dumb.
That's pretty cool.
It's not
now,
dumb. That was a smart idea, Joey.
Now,
Why would you
I'm
say
sorry,
that?
my Discord is still being janky.
Goldbrand and Bergen can do some of that. I don't know if I could
Right.
remove exhaustion.
But I think
Do you
having
have
He
to
the
he
touch
can
the
for a
person?
spell slot.
Ask that again.
Do
He
you have
he
to
can.
touch the person?
Uh,
It's a lesser restoration. I think it is a touch spell, but I'm not sure. It also costs
So,
a spell slot.
it
So
does.
I would
sometimes
just say if there's anybody in the back, we would give it to them in case you can't get to them.
it is touch.
Mm.
Right.
for most things,
Nope.
I'll say if you put it in the bag of holding, unless it's a quest specific item that only one like there's only one thing of, so let's say all these are in the bag of holding. Tally's holding the bag, but if Valkyr decides, hey, I need to use that potion of vitality, we will say that you have it on you to utilize at the time.
Okay. Then
Free action.
Definitely. Yeah.
Not a
Seems
free
legit.
action. You still have to use an action to drink it, but you don't have to get him to throw it to you or something or dig it out.
The battle's about to be free because of that action, is what he meant.
Oh, of course, yeah, you're right. So what are we buying? And Devin, if you won't mind to write this in the bag of holding chat for me, if you'll just put the item, I'll put them in there later, like the name of it. The
Just
Potion,
the
the
gold
sounded
saddle,
like-
and the figurines. I don't think anybody uses a bow, right?
That's what I was gonna
Uh,
ask. Yeah.
some of you have bows and crossbows. It's not something you particularly use, but
I also,
for the extra damage output, it might be worth it just to have when you face a dragon, if you face a dragon.
that was kind of my
I-
thing. Is we don't
You
plan
got a bow?
on facing anymore. I don't have.
I think I technically have one. You have a crossbow.
You know what,
Yeah.
Noblet? What kind of discount would we get should we want to purchase all of your wares?
Get it.
Let me do some math. 500, 1700, 2500, 31,
And
41.
I'm gonna do this
50
to see.
He says it would be 5,100 gold to buy them outright, so I'll cut you a deal and give them to you for 5,000. No, I'm kidding.
What if we say?
No, with an 18, he'll say 4,200. I'll knock off 900 gold.
What
Yes,
if
sir.
Just kill it.
Whoa, what?
He
Wait.
grabs the
I'm
bigger
down.
goat and like holds on.
that's horrible? Never mind. I didn't offer help. Don't pay attention to that.
We're
Oh,
good with
Christ.
4,200.
I think so too.
Okay, Devin, if you'll put minus 4,200, bought all items, I'll update that in the bag later.
Because you never know, right? When one might be facing
Never
a
know.
dragon.
Yeah, it's not
We
something
do
you
have to
you
kill
wanna.
one fucking lizards.
One fucking lizards. You're
Does
fucking
it
the
work on
lizards.
rimmer hazes by chance?
He says no. Dragons, wyverns, young adult ancient dragons, any of those, it will work on.
What about
He
dragon
wouldn't.
born?
He goes. That's discouraged to experiment on. That's like worse than animal testing,
Dragon testing.
basically.
These arrows have been
Uh,
tested on the young children of dragons.
Oh God, you're a monster. You guys proceed to clear him out. He thanks you guys. You go, and again, while this night isn't as raucous, you guys do enjoy free meals, free rooms, free drinks, and learn a little bit more about the succubus as per Davos's conversation with the Order of the Gauntlet.
Gobrand and Bergen spend any time using their healing spells on the injured soldiers
Absolutely.
that were in the strongholds of the Lord's Alliance and the
Yes. Yeah, and you see some of them have pretty severe wounds. You see people with like very late stages of frostbite that had they not had healing attention when they had that, they might have gone down as well. Others look better. It's been 4 days. They have begun the healing process, but are still in rough shape. But you guys, through some restorations, some healing spells, some prayers, managed to uplift quite a few of these people. Which is much appreciated. You guys awake the next day. Your airship is repaired. And we'll say Bergen asked, are we still going to Neverwinter? If it's on the way, but...
I guess we need to learn how to ride these motherfuckers. Can you ride stats?
Yeah.
Valkyr, or Gobrand asked Valkyr, pointing at Val.
Yes. We're
And
best buds.
yeah, well, not best buds. You passed a check. You've still got to pass some more. We'll say that through the connection, you have 3 positive checks, but you need 5 altogether.
Okay.
So you guys hop on the airship, and Captain Tajin tells you it'll be 4 days to travel there. If you would like to do any scrying or prescience in that time, you are welcome to.
We're going to Neverwinter?
Indeed.
Indeed.
Indeed. Indubitably. I'll pop you on the map of Faerun so you can see it. You guys are way up north. Up here where this big red circly thing is. That's just so you guys can find your airship a little easier. Come on. Storvold. Technically did not die at Bremen, but that's close enough. It's going to take 4 days to get down to Neverwinter. Does anyone want to do anything along the trip?
Did we want to withdraw our troops from Succumber? And
It's
maybe
not so
even
bad
give
as
him
I
a heads up? Or tell Daphne to get in touch with him? Maybe we don't.
I don't know if this we can call Sims. It is a good idea to withdraw
Right,
our troops.
that's what I was saying. Getting a messenger to Succumber, give him a heads up.
It's probably a good idea. Do
Okay.
that on the first day.
You
I'm
guys,
a little bit afraid he's gonna attack Succumber instead, but I guess that's better than us.
Yeah. But like I said,
Rude.
with that in mind, I would say feel free to withdraw with us to Nightstone.
That's not a bad
Okay.
strategical move in my opinion. Consolidate power and be like, bitch, we know you up to something.
Right.
You call upon Daphne, who actually when you say the name of Nightstone in the mirror, it swirls and swirls and swirls before revealing Donovan, surprisingly enough, who seems to be working on the rubbings that you gave him of the Nightstone fragment. And upon seeing you, oh, lads, it's good to see you. I'm sorry, I was unaware that I didn't expect you to be coming through. Can I help you with something? Do you need someone?
Where's Daphne?
I believe she's upstairs. I'll be right back. And he goes, and about 30 seconds later, Daphne comes back in. Ah, my lords, welcome. Please, what can I do for you this day?
Valkyrie, you said she knew about it already?
She knew that there was an imminent attack, yeah.
And all of the details? That it's, succubus? You're
Unless you
muted.
choose to withhold it.
You're muted, Stefan.
Alright, yeah, she knows that she's a succubus. I don't think
Mm.
that I had time to tell her that she was working with the Zint.
Okay. Yeah, I guess just what we said. Get a message to Succumber telling them everything. There's an imminent attack on Nightstone. Succumber may also be in danger. We are withdrawing our troops to fortify Nightstone, so they are welcome to come and fortify with us.
Fantastic. She says that she will get a message to Torum Breck, who you guys would know as the lieutenant of the Nightstone Guard, and would know that he was the one placed in charge of the battalions that you sent. She'll get a message to him to retreat and have the messenger deliver this to Succumber and make them aware of events that it will be transpiring. And says that it'll take a few days, but they'll make sure it happens. Anything else before ending your call with Daphne?
Cobra misses you. That's about it.
Aw. That's not rude. That was fairly sweet, actually. He said a lot worse. Let's be real. The Miss
As
Fades
he's
once
over
again.
in his corner, like blood weeded out, like
Yeah. Fuck. Would any of you like to do any scrying or prescience? Or any of you, the ones who can, do prescience or scrying on the 4 days.
I can't think of
So I was
anything.
trying to think. I mean, we know she's sure. I'll try to see Lady Daggerford.
Yeah, see if
Maybe
she's
get
up
some
there.
more info.
She has to make it. What's the DC on that? It's not 17. It's.
It was like, let me pull it up.
Is it
Yeah,
12?
the negative is to the right.
No.
It's
You're right. You're right.
Save DC is a 17, but the +5, all that was.
So she rolled an 18. What kind of save is it?
It's 17 off the item.
But she
But
gets
what's
a
the-
negative to it, right? For certain
But
things.
what's the? Is it charisma, intelligence, wisdom?
Wisdom?
Yeah, it's got to be wisdom. It doesn't say on my item. Let me look
Okay.
up the scrying
It
spell.
must be his, which would be charisma.
It is a whiz save according to scrying
It is a whiz.
5e. But
Okay, cool. No, I think that's right. Okay, so she got a 19, but -5 means that that's instead of 14, which fails.
Hell yeah.
You stare into your crystal ball, and again, not so much the magic of the ball itself, but the sunlight that reflects through it begins to take shape. And you see, since it has true sight, you see her as the succubus, but you gather she's not presenting herself as such. You see her talking to a man in all black, with a mask covering his head. And you realize this is likely the new Lord Umber. The Lord Umber previously having been assassinated at the Shieldmeat Ball, this seems to be the replacement that the city of Waterdeep had elected. You also see a squat halfling man. And you do hear from this. You do hear through this. How long's the duration on this? A minute? I know it's 10 minutes to cast, but how long is the actual
Maybe
scry?
an hour.
I don't think it's an hour. That'd be fucked.
Maybe not.
let me look up scrying again.
This
I got
guy.
you.
It's
Control-Shift-T.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
10
wait,
minutes to
maybe
cast.
no. Yes.
10-minute duration is what I'm showing as well.
Yeah, concentration up to 10 minutes.
Cool. Okay. So, you see them talking, and you hear her saying, "We need to consolidate. We'll need forces and mercenaries, Lord's Alliance troops, as well as some of your men." And she says to the halfling, who nods and goes, "I will acquire a force that will certainly be formidable for you." And the dark man, Lord Umber, goes, "We'll have troops here soon. We're consolidating some forces across the North Faerun. We should have some here in a few days." And they tell a date for the attack. Which I'm going to have to check my shit here.
That reminds me. I'll wait until you're done.
The 14th of Eliant, which is a couple of 10 days away. It's a while.
Are we still? Are we in Elliot yet, or is it the month before?
No, you were still in Elias, which is high sun. That's sort of like the middle of summer. and the next month is the fading, where it begins to, like, it's like August. It begins to sort of become fall, but still hot as shit. So you guys know you have time to stay in Neverwinter and do what you need to do to prepare once you're actually back home. So you've got time to make that happen. They also talk about how 10 minutes, huh? The halfling man will say, we're bringing in Nim as well as some of his men from the east. They will be able to reinforce us, likely catching them off guard with our numbers, especially if we decide to utilize them within the forests. The Lady Daggerford says, excellent. We have arms and armor at the ready. Once everyone consolidates, we'll make our move. But we must be quick. I fear they know much more than they should. I've been keeping an eye, scrying upon their keep, checking in on their mirror, which I know they use to communicate, as well as finding what I can about them. But it has been difficult. They've come scattered from across the realms, half of them born and raised in the High Forest. It is unusual targets. I much prefer our typical political foes, that we can acquire much information about rather easily. Which reminds me, we do need to... And the spell fades out as your 10 minutes resolves.
Lord Umber was saying that?
That was Lady Daggerford.
Lady Daggerford, I'm sorry.
So you have reasonable cause. Does anyone know who the short man is? I'll say this.
The halfling?
So the halfling,
A halfling man.
was he extravagantly dressed?
No, not. He's not your gnome friend. If the tailor, if that's what you're asking.
Not Danny DeVito.
It's Danny DeVito,
Come on.
100%.
It could be in
It's
more
Danny
than one ship in
DeVito.
30 years. Come on.
It's Danny DeVito with like a Christopher Walken. Oh my God, what's his name? De Niro kind of mix to him. He's
Okay. So kind of like Pesci. I was like, exactly. I got two things.
Yep.
Lady Sapphire, do we want to try to warn her / get information from her?
Lady
wh-
Savine?
Savine, yeah. Sorry.
Great call. You remove the mirror. Once again, the mist turns blue. Yeah, I've got to get my tiefling straight. And it fades on Saphine's face. And she smiles to you. Well, if it isn't my favorite lords, tell me, what brings you to old Mama Saphine today?
I guess I would, just to sum it up, update her. Later Daggerford's a succubus. She's been spying on us. We've been spying on her. The Zent's involved, and they are amassing an army to, march on Nightstone.
With those
Her eyes grow wide when you say succubus. Wicked bitch! I knew something was up. Thank you. You do you know when this attack will be? Say the day, Devos. Say the day.
But I would like to add, if she has been spying on us and knows we're changing plans, I fear they may try to march sooner.
She did
And
say
you-
they were spying on the castles, so she does not
Yeah,
see
they
us.
were spying on that mirror. They were also trying to spy on you as well. But they found that knowing you... It seems that... How do I say this? Lady Daggerford was aware that the previous Lady of Nightstone, Lady Valrosa, had this artifact and was using it. She doesn't realize that you guys can talk to other people, because that was never something that was a part of her information. But she knows that you guys talk to the keep using that item. So they've been keeping tabs on you, so to speak. Saphine says, no, this is excellent information. And you said Lord Umber was there. You're absolutely certain.
Or the current one, yes. Man all in black. Bad vibes.
Taller figure, slender, not the squat dwarf that was there before. And which matches up with what you saw pretty well.
Yes.
Do you
She
know
nods
who
her
the halflings was?
I have heard of a gentleman being quite a stretch of the word, uh, of a man known as the Snail, a Zent leader who has long been based out of her city. If I had to take a stab at it, I'd guess that he was involved somehow.
Would you be willing to
I'll-
take a stab at him?
I was about to say,
Wanna
add
fight?
She's
names to the kill
she
list.
she smiles. Oh, of course, Shug. I've got a little bit of gathering to do myself the next couple of days, but I'll meet you there. And about that time,
Opposed?
the mist begins to fade, and you are once again staring at your own reflection.
Well,
Alright,
now
so-
we have backups.
I asked the group, they talked about Nim. He would be coming from Loudwater, which is east of Succumber. Do
Mhm.
we want to maybe
Kill him.
not pull our troops back and like head them off there, like a small little battle first? Or instead, even though we just told them to pull back?
Good points.
Because, I
wonder- I
mean, it
think it
is
kinda depends
Loudwater, though.
if-
I don't think it's like a
if-
massive amount of people.
Yeah, I think it depends on if Succumber wants to fortify with us or not. I guess Goldbrand and Devin are both of the opinion that in the ideal situation, we get our business done in Neverwinter, we get back to Nightstone, we prep up, we go find her, we kill her dead before any of this shit goes down.
That would be cool, but I don't know
You
if we'd
can't
be
just-
able to.
Yeah.
Right.
Tally might say you can't just charge up to a lady's castle and burst your way in. There's guards. They would assume you're trying to assassinate her and kill you.
I mean,
Doesn't matter if you say she's a succubus.
when we have time to get to Nightstone, prep, you said we have like more than 10 days, right?
Yeah, you've got about 20
20.
days, but it's going to take you a while to get there.
Like 4 days, right? To get.
It's
no,
taking you
so
4
never-
days to get to Neverwinter. Yeah,
So probably like 8 days to get to Nightstone. Another.
pretty good guess.
We could probably just get to Nightstone, spend like a day, then go to Loudwater, blow the bitch up, and then go back.
So how do we blow this bitch
I
up?
have guns.
I mean, I'm for it, but I do think we need some sort of plan.
She's
I mean,
not
we got 4
Loudwater,
days.
though.
Are we just gonna swoop in on our mounts and
It would be best if we could throw her out. It does not matter if everyone sees us attacks her if we strip away the illusions.
But you gather doing that in her hometown is going to be very difficult. It is a keep just as much as your keep is. It has.
Finding a ways to get to hers is
we have some
not
way
what
a
if
problem
we-
to have it.
disguise ourselves as like some of her peeps.
I cannot do
Don't
that.
think so. Y'all have a dust of disappearance, but it only works for a few minutes, and it would work on all of you. But I think up to 10. Maybe it's 5. It's in the bag.
well, they just had a ball and they were gracious enough to invite us. Could we maybe host an event in Nightstone and invite her? And we would have plenty of troops if she did try coming with people, and if she is foolish enough to come with not the army, then
Tally would
probably take her,
say,
maybe.
I don't
My
believe she would
problem-
come if we invited her.
my
Yeah,
problem with
she knows too
invitations
much.
Is that, like, yeah, she's gonna decline any like requests we make to meet with her, and she's going to
Mhm.
ignore any requests
You-
for her to come to us.
You also know that Osvius had reported back that the security around the keep has gotten significantly higher since the attempt on her life, which is one of the main reasons he has elected to pull back. So there's an element there as well.
Wait, do you think the
Don't touch.
octopus that shall not be named knows and he was trying to take her out?
Bergen's like, which octopus? Slack or that? Hmm?
I mean,
That's
like,
a
did
good
we
thoughts.
kind of like make things worse? Or
Could
is he
make
just
things-
he's evil though. He's not looking out for the
Yeah.
greater good.
Nah,
Is-
he's evil's fine.
Same time.
Right.
He wants to pass through ends. Lots about it. Man, I don't know.
I feel like what's
My next-
done is done. Don't infiltrate the castle, and then I don't think it's worth splitting our forces off.
Is it worth people in Nightstone
So-
dying if we could head off the army and kill her first? I
But
think if there is a way, like, let's talk about it, but like that would be the more lordly thing to try to do.
I think she'll be accessible until she marches on us, from what it sounds
No,
like.
dude, let's call up Zephyros, get his floating cloud castle to go right above the keep. Boom, we'll drop down, kill the
Oh my God.
succubus.
I
Yeah,
was
it's
thinking we
genius.
set
Even the
something on
DM
the
thought it was
city.
genius.
I think we set something
God,
on
no.
the city. I wish we. I don't think we know anything that we could convince to go wreck the city. That may not draw her
And
out,
and
but it would.
Caliban will remind you, we have no physical evidence. If we march with an army on Daggerford, she's going to use that as an excuse to say we're violent and that we need to be put a stop to.
You can't like screenshot your scry, man. Like,
What's a screenshot?
what's an Iron Man? Shut the.
What a guy. The other thing is, I don't think we should kill all of Daggerford for one succubus.
No, I wasn't saying kill the whole town. I was
You're
saying just
talking
like
about
we're gonna
dropping the
hover over
sky
the keep.
castle on 'em.
We're gonna Tom Cruise Mission Impossible float down to get her.
You will know,
do that
you
for
would
our
know from
airship.
visiting it. You would know from visiting it. The Cape has siege weapons. It has ballista mounted to the roof.
That's why I said
It-
the cloud castle and not our ship.
Yeah, they're not gonna notice the cloud castle. Just the whole fucking castle.
I mean, I feels like we can. I can cast spells that makes us hard to detect. We can sneak ins if that's really our last options, or attempts to sneak ins.
I feel like if we're caught though, we're definitely screwed.
We could.
Then we just kill everyone till we find hers.
That's what I'm talking about. But if we know that she's like wiretapping our communication thing, can we just like fake it?
Feed her false
Yes!
information.
False message.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, we just
like
evacuated
it.
the entire
Deceptive.
city to New York. We're all empty. Come take
To
it.
the
What if
ocean.
we, dude? Okay, look, we have giants in the cave that are our friends. What if we stage a fake attack and then we like abandon Nightstone to, let's say, the Misty Forest? I don't know. And then she thinks Nightstone is empty, and then boom. It's just an idea, guys. It's not I'm saying a good one. It's just throwing it
I'm
out
just
there.
loving this experience.
How do we know when she's watching the mirrors?
I don't
We
know.
don't.
And
So
how do you
multiple-
convey to Daphne that your message is fake and not genuine without her hearing that as well?
Right. Well,
It's a
if we
conundrum.
were in Nightstone, we could have.
So she can only see the
I also
mirror.
think
She can only see or hear the mirror when we're accessing it, or she can see through it whenever she wants.
You're not sure. Osvius just knows that she has been intercepting your letters to and from the city, which means she knows that you guys know she's a succubus, or know that she is a Zent connection, because you had learned that previously when she was meeting with the snail. So that was intercepted, and then when he found out that they were intercepting stuff, he did the concealed message that you got just a few days ago.
So that's what I was gonna say. Is could we write Osvius a concealed message detailing the information to Daphne, then having that note in front of the scrying mirror if she can access it at any point, and reveal the
Or
concealed
we
writing
could send a fake message.
without concealed
'Cause
writing?
I was
No, I was saying if she was gonna access it, like show her the message with the secret so she believes it even more, but reveal the concealed writing and have it in front of the mirror at all times. So it doesn't matter when she's looking, she could always be fed that information.
And I think what Brandon is saying is to send a message to Daggerford to anyone that will be intercepted in between. Is that
like
right?
a literal letter, right? Because
Right.
Physical letter, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Two different. Yours is much simpler though. Better.
No,
Both
right, but,
are
like,
good
the
options
same
though.
idea.
You
Like,
and
I
you
was
could
just
do
saying,
both.
like,
I mean, you can write 2 letters. That's not a big deal.
what would
If you
we
do
say?
this, yeah.
That's the question.
Well, so one other question: is this Nim person like completely no matter what on her side?
So you
Yeah,
you
he's,
No chance of persuasion.
yeah,
Okay.
No,
yeah.
he's
but
a
I
He's
also
a-
don't-
No
I don't believe
bribery.
he. Yeah, he himself does not seem to lead a large force.
Yeah, he's out by my
Mm.
hometown. He's like low level, but he is going to be joining their forces. So I was just thinking if we could stop that many less, which I don't know, 20 people max is what I was thinking. That's not
Yeah.
looking for
We can
confirmation,
I can
Joey.
go like
Just-
JFK on them. I got a new toy.
Oh
Whoa,
my
God!
I'm just saying.
Wait,
I
what
love
are
it.
you talking about? Let me hear about this.
I don't know if I have it yet, actually.
You don't have it
Sniper
yet, but you're
rifle?
close.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
never mind.
You need another week. But you know you have that week between now and when that gets when they arrive. So you could have
You can kill him quicklies from safelies. I don't
It says
think.
800 feet. That's a long way.
800
From
feet,
a
you can take a
distance, you
shot at Lady Succubus?
Just saying.
It may not affect.
You can. Yeah, and Tallywar, but you can shoot her from 800 feet away, but they will see you shooting their lady, and that may not help negotiations.
But he can shoot the rat bastards.
That's what I was more so saying. This
He can
other
sh-
person
he-
you were talking
yeah.
about. Not
He
necessarily.
can shoot her.
Like
You could shoot one of them, but there's
Right.
he's going to be leading some type of force. You don't know how big, but
I got a flying horse, man. I'm just putting ideas out there. What I think
So-
You guys have been-
no matter what
so
is we
you
may-
guys have been
My favorite so far.
about 4 days go by as you guys discuss this, trying to plan, trying to come up with a tactical approach that leaves you guys trying to use her prying eye as leverage against her. And on the 4th day, as the airship approaches in the early morning sun, the air begins to grow humid, almost tropical, and the sultry steam of warm water runs from the volcanic crags before cleaving through a sprawling city, nearly as big as Waterdeep, comprised of hundreds of structures, placed precariously upon isles of jagged cliffs within the river's delta. Some spires stretch 100 stories in the air. As you guys arrive in Neverwinter, and you realize why. It is... You are still pretty far to the north, but it is very warm. I mean, we're talking like upper 80s, easily, maybe even low 90s throughout most of the day. But it's an interesting change of pace. Now that you guys are in Neverwinter,
I take off my cold resistance clothes.
good call. You begin
As-
to strip.
Anyways.
Wow.
Well, buddies, one thing's for sure. I'm headed to the pub here. I got
Okay. If you ask about
information.
pubs,
Yeah.
if
we
you
got
ask about
hard to
pubs,
recruit.
they'll tell you several things. They're like, oh, there's several pubs in town. But the one I highly recommend is the Driftwood Inn. And I thought I had there it is. I thought I had a map for this. Show you the big ass city. Y'all can't see anything, can you?
Nope.
It always do this. Why you do this? Bloop. There we go. Welcome to Neverwinter, or Jurassic Park.
It's like a giant clam.
Kinda. And it really is weird. This river that is hot and steamy runs through this center, and then it's just cliffside on both ends. What it says here, Dolphin, Winged Wyvern, Sleeping Dragon, those are all 3 bridges that connect the different parts of the town to Castle Never. You guys have parked near the outside of the city. We're going to say somewhere probably down over here. You make your way through. They tell you where the Driftwood Tavern is. You arrive, and... Oh, no. Oh, no. Where did he go?
Come on, let's hear another Fae Fighter
Oh,
song.
there we go. Okay. After about an hour of wandering through the winding streets, you ask for directions multiple times, stumble through crowded alleys, and you find a building that's hodgepodged with various types of lumber. Partial walls, fences, planks, and sheets of lumber bound together by tree trunks and branches. And forming the roof of this structure is an overturned ship. And when tilting your head a bit, you can make out the ship's name, the Driftwood. Now stands upside down over the doorway. Lights flicker behind the portholes, and a small balcony seems to have been fashioned on the keel of the ship. The air feels a bit raucous, and a rough-and-tumble establishment filled with sailors, dockhands, and a few off-duty guards and soldiers. Traders and fishermen also seem to make up a portion of the occupants. of this nearly filled inn. You see the barkeep, boisterous and egregious dwarven man with a messy mop of black hair and a contrastingly well-kept beard. He goes, Dalio, and welcome to the Driftwood Tavern. I'm Topol, the primary proprietor of this praiseworthy property.
This guy.
Cobra and snorts.
Snorts. Oh, refreshing to see such fresh faces seeking reddening with my refreshments. What do you have, and what wonders do you make?
Strongest things you have?
Take a pint of wine for my friend here.
Mega.
Yeah.
Mega pint. He presents you guys with wine, liquor, beer, and Bergen might ask, well, what do you? We've told you what we'll have, but what do you mean? What do you make? And he tells you, oh, well, Neverwinter was grown from a great gathering of guilds, clever craftsmen who knew their clientele well and create curiosities to comply those questionable cravings of curios. Heroic tales of harmonious beginnings from the handy, hardy few who hope to carve out a happy home within this hydraulically heated delta.
Can I hit Sims? That's to the group, that's not to you.
That's quite a tenacious tongue twister.
Can I hit him?
He says, enough of this alliteration. Fey fighters, grab your music. I'm going to dance on the dance floor.
Oh,
Well, I would say what I make is music. Do you guys currently have a bard here?
We have many merry musicians within our employment. Primarily, we have the fine folk, a feline, Capo Quickclaw, frightfully fast fingers. Bloop, let me send something to you.
He shreds the
Capo, he's indeed a long bassy lute. Capo, he's called, though Quickclaw is quite common. A moniker he mentioned not minding while he played his merry music. Should be in soon. Shall be nearly 6 in seconds, I'd swear. And as you guys enjoy your beverages, about 5-10 minutes go by, and in stumbles a male Bengal tabaxi, a lute player covered in gray fur with sharp yellow eyes and a smirk on his face. You see him come up and he claps a hand on one of the patrons and begins to talk to them. You gather you see the lute on his back, and it's a bass lute, as Davos would know. It's tremendously long, and he would know plays a different tone than his does.
Oh, bet that lute's bigger than yours, Davos.
Yeah, well, mine's not long, but it's short.
nice. Respect.
Smooth as fuck. You could choose to approach him if you want.
Of course. I would introduce myself. I'm Davos, and does the name Orin mean anything to you?
Ah, yes, I have heard of you. Orin has told me much of you, not only as a musician, but also to the deeds of your lord, as a lord of Nightstone. I'm honored that you have sought me out, but I must ask, why have you done so?
Well, I thought you could provide a dynamic to the Fey Fighters, potentially. You could, first of all, prove how quick your claws really are. I'm curious to see.
He almost he laughs, and it's almost a purr, and he goes, yes, Orin, he is we were once in a band with a centaur, a turtle, and a kenku. We called ourselves the Beastie Boys, but the kenku, we had to disband when we found out the kenku was stealing all his lyrics.
God
Which-
damn it.
For those of you who don't know, kenkus are mockingbirds. They just repeat whatever they hear. So
Nice.
there's a couple of jokes in there for you. You're welcome.
Yeah, that was very good.
I am loving this, every bit of it.
He says, Orin, we left on not so good terms. He broke a lute during a performance. It cost me 25 gold. But I suppose if I go with you, he can always repay me in drinks when I get to Nightstone, eh?
Tell you what, I'll give you the 25 gold if you can play your fiddle better than mine.
God damn
It's worse.
Davos went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind. He was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. Came across a young playing on a fiddle and playing it hot.
Stay in more of like a friendly competition, like not like, hey, let's really see who's better, but like, let's have some fun with it.
He goes, no, I do enjoy, if I am going to be joining you, I would appreciate knowing your skills. There is a song that Oren taught me, Enough Space. It is one of my favorites. It would be my honor if you would play it with me.
But of course.
Holy shit, Fred Boat worked right the first time. Look out, y'all. As Capo begins to play, his fingers are wreathed in electricity as he strums the strings so quickly that sparks of lightning dance off of them. And Davos, you join in with the bass line, and he responds by remembering Timpani's beat, his tail keeping time. And soon, your feet are tapping with them, and you cast Thaumaturgy to replicate those drums. Capo looks impressed, and you wager that while Oren may have taught him this song, he didn't rock it near as well as you do. The tavern glasses slam against the table as the rough patrons get into the rhythm. And you're almost afraid you've forgotten the lyrics, that it's been so long, but it comes back to you. Thank God for coming back.
Brand casts fog cloud.
Fog cloud seeps over the crowd and fills up the lower areas of this area. You both now standing on your benches and the table in front of you playing. No formal stage, just jamming out right there. Do any of you want to throw in anything to add to the effects of this concert?
I'm definitely starting a mosh pit in the middle and dancing along with the music.
There's like, take 7 steps back. No, there's the sailors and the more rough and tumble people are all about it. They are on their feet. They are cheering. They are shouting. Bergen, his mace illuminates again and starts seeping this green smoke, and he swirls it about, and it mixes with the fog and creates this multi-dynamic. Tally throws a few of his knives, not hitting anyone, hitting the roof to no damage, but creating a light show in the process.
I'd also like to cast dancing light as well.
Yeah, light effects pop in. They start drifting through all the colors, growing bright and dim as they make their way through the fog and swirling about you guys. Zat, anything you want to throw in there?
Please no, God no. No flaming horse.
No. No. Absolutely not. I don't want any part of this shit.
You see Zatari about halfway through his mega pint of wine, trying to just enjoy some, trying to be patient and wait for the song to be done. Exactly. But you guys have a tremendous jam session. You know, you pick up on each other's cues right away, and there's a mutual respect there of that. While Capo believes himself to be a great musician, that you are equally skilled in his eyes, and that he can learn from you. But he tells you, if you seek to recruit me for your band, I would be more than happy to join. Are you traveling by cart, or are you traveling by horse? Just need to know if I need to rent one.
You could come with us on our airship.
His eyes grow wide. Oh, really? I mean, the Lords of Waterdeep have an airship, and few others do. I did not think Nightstone capable of such a thing, but that is magnificent news. No, I would be overjoyed to join you.
We out here, Nightstone.
True facts.
Thank
Represent.
you, Detroit.
Oh, I think I gave y'all the wrong picture earlier. Let me look at one thing.
Would my band of bards be willing to do battle against the... I can't think of
Funny
any
you
more
should
B
say
words.
that. Bands of bards do battle against the basis and oh fuck, I can't.
That's what I
And
was thinking.
the against this baseless bitch.
Right, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, damn.
Capo does tell you, no, I would be very pleased to join you. Do you have any more business within town?
I'm sure we do.
Yeah, as we
I
have
don't
scholars
know.
had to rides or mounts.
Yeah.
His eyes
Just got here.
pop up a
I'd
bit.
like to look for some goods as well.
His eyes pop up a bit, and he goes, oh, well, if you are looking for to learn to ride, then you need to go to the Lord's Alliance outpost. They have a Griffin cavalry that they have people who train. Certainly they could help you there. And if you guys choose to go ahead and head that way, it doesn't take you long to get there. And you're directed to the airfields where you find a series of high spires in the city that have all been leveled off at different heights. And you see an older human man who seems to be in his 40s or 50s with shoulder-length gray hair and an amulet of Talos at his neck, a sword on his side, and a javelin upon his back. There are bags under his eyes, worn features with scars along his face and arms. And even his griffin, which is larger than Bergen's, seems older and battle-scarred. As I try to drop something else in your chat. Bloop. One of the guards points and says, he should take care of you real quick. Right proper. How do you guys approach?
That grip looks badass.
It's pretty badass.
That's how I approach.
Oh, that's how. Okay. I thought that was Stefan commentary, but no. Okay. He goes, well, thank you. No, Godric here has got me through quite a few conflicts. Sorry, I was waiting for Devin to put two and two together. He goes, pleased to meet you. I'm Zane. I suppose if you're looking for me, then you're looking to fly. Is that right?
Fly well.
Ah, well, that I can do. And I can teach you too. And he looks you guys over, and Goldbrand, when he sees you, he goes, oh, an Uthgard. Sorry, I don't know your people well enough to place your tribe, but I do recognize you as one of them. I trade with the Griffin tribe. Makes good to rotate out the bloodlines. Though, honestly, not long ago we had an entire squadron of our Griffin cavalry knocked out of the sky, about a month ago. Had to sell a few of our extra stock.
Knocked out of the sky by a rock.
Or a giant.
He goes, well, we don't have survivors to pass along the information, but the cavalry was investigating dragon roars in the vicinity, somewhere over the Evermoors. We found one body along the edge of it. Some travelers located him, but what exactly killed him remains unknown. And if you guys... This looks to be the case. We don't know what exactly killed him, but his ribs were cracked, his lungs pierced. Definitely something gave him a wallop. And he, if you guys have your mounts with you, he'll recognize Bergen's griffin. He goes, this is one of Godric's own. The drow bought him off me about a month ago. She's a lovely one. Easygoing, not prone to spook. Hated to part with her, but the Lord's Alliance insisted we raise the coin to replace the men. And he was going to ask Bergen what he named her, because Bergen didn't, and I wanted to put him on the spot. But since he's not here, he tells you,
Gryffindor.
yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Die.
Griffin died. I was thinking maybe Peter, Peter Griffin, but
Oh my God.
Also good.
he'll tell you, yeah, I can train you up. It'll take about 3 days. Standard rate set by the Lord's Alliance is 200 gold pieces a person. And if you need tack or saddle, I can get you that for 50.
I think we have that, don't we?
All of you have saddles except for Valkyr and Zatari, who were riding bareback on their way up north.
Just
do
how
have-
I like it.
Shut up. We do have the Cavalier thingy, though, right?
You do. One of you does have the special saddle.
I say we
If
fight
one of
to
you
the
wants
death.
to dip that.
No, I mean you just led an army. I feel like you earned it. I just showed up with some information.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you conjure your mount, he'll look at him and be like, I'm afraid not many of our saddles are good on flames, friend. Probably would be good to use the magical one. But Devin, if you will subtract 1,000... Oh, all 6 of you are here. Yes. So subtract 1,250 gold for me.
Gotcha.
Weren't me and Bergen like fairly close though? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so Bergen and Davos, you both have your 5 checks. to be bonded with your animal. So you know them well enough to where you can fly without having to make checks for most maneuvers. Goldbrand and Tally are at 4 out of 5. Satari and Valkyr, you two are at 3 out of 5. But you guys pay the man and get saddled up for those of you who need it.
Goldbrand.
And
Goldbrand was gonna ask him if this is what he does for a living.
he goes, yes, no, I used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the knee. Oh God, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
Really? That's what.
No. He goes, no, in truth, I used to be an adventurer. Well, would like to think of myself as one. As with a group known as the Wardens, we helped save a small town known as Phandalin, but one of our members was corrupted by a magical artifact we obtained. The party carried on for a while, even after losing that person, but when we tried to stop a frost giant attack on Bryn Shander, we were overwhelmed. And
Know the feeling.
not all of us made it.
No feeling. Looks.
I'll tell you, all right, if you boys are ready, we'll go ahead and saddle up. And unless y'all have anything else, we'll go ahead and start the first lesson.
I had a question of like where the bodies went missing. Did he say?
In the Evermore.
Where,
his-
over the Evermore, which is like the big swamp to the
Where we
north.
saw the black dragon.
Yes, where you saw the black dragon there. You guys haven't spent a whole lot of time in that area, mostly just skirting around it. That might be the only notable thing you know about it. I think someone at one point told you that the well,
Was
I
that
think
the
when you were
place that
coming
said
back,
there might be dragons.
there might be dragons.
Wasn't that? Was that the area that we were passing by and we saw like a dragon
A
eat
giant
something?
getting-
Yeah, the black dragon ate a hill giant.
Right.
Snapped it up like a croc and pulled it under. It was a big dragon too, you know. Now that you've seen a couple, the white dragon you guys just saw was an adult, and the black dragon you saw in the swamps was even bigger than that. So you gather it's an old motherfucker.
Are there dragons in
Um,
that water?
Or do you ask?
No.
What?
It's a meme. Are there gators in that water?
Oh, it's a meme. That's a southern thing. On your first session of your flying lessons, Zane will tell you, he'll explain the subtleties of guiding your mounts, learning not leaning in not for balance, but for intent, and bracing into your stirrups properly. He says, the beasts know how to fly better than you do. You just guide them and they'll handle the rest. Each of you, make one animal handling check with advantage. And if you would like, you could say you can describe your creature if you want to give it any particular markings, or features. Davos! Damn, dude.
My boy Spot, he's a Pegasus, got a black circle around his eye. He's white with a black patch, you know, on his eye. So I call him Spot. We are just majestic together.
Super. Yeah, you guys are like you've not since you've already bonded. You're like all getting into it, and like you even throw out your arms at one point, not holding on to the saddle, and just like you're doing the thing Harry does in Prisoner of Azkaban when they're flying over the lake. You're feeling it. Valkyr, you have a much rougher go. You are very confident. Your owl seems almost more comfortable flying at night and seems a little off-put to be flying in the day. And you have a
Just like our
bumpy
drone.
ride. Yeah, exactly. Zatara, you do pretty well. You managed to get a successful check. You and the Ricochet, which again, love. You and Ricochet are proving pretty compatible. You keeping time with each other. He's still hostile toward other people. Like if any of you try to go up and pet the Nightmare, it kind of like nips at you. It doesn't
just like
seem
the
to like
Emmer.
people. Accurate.
Yeah.
Goldbrand, you do pass as well, which gives you your 5th one. Anything special about your Raven?
No, I think it's gonna stay black. I don't think it's gonna be albino.
Is it missing an eye?
It will be.
I don't know. Maybe it has like not tattoos, but maybe like highlights of some color that's not quite black. It's not
I'll
quite
say-
correct.
I'll say that when its wings are out, you notice that there are some white feathers mixed in. Like there's not pigment going to those. And it has sort of an odd speckling. And you almost see it as a constellation, just like 3 or 5 feathers on each wing that are just off-put and seem like stars in a black sky.
It is off-putting, yeah.
If someone will roll for Tally and Bergen for me. Do we have anybody running Bergen?
I've got you. That was Tally's.
Roll with advantage, so one more for Tally.
Okay.
there's
Bergen
Bergen.
passes.
Bergen
Okay,
passes.
y'all got it.
Hold on, that was also Bergen's. Not bad. Oof. 6.
Hmm.
Tally.
Tally has a rough time as well. Tally's face stag is uncooperative. It seems uncomfortable in this place for some reason he can't quite place. And Zane looks at him like, I'm sorry, my friend. I don't know much about this type of creature. I don't know how much I can help you, but through the next couple of days, you'll grow a little more well acquainted. You guys spend several hours flying, and then head back to the inn, get a nice rest, and probably jam a little bit more with Capo. And the second day, he tells you that you're going to learn how to strike at the air with melee and ranged attacks. So each of you make an attack at disadvantage against a training dummy that he has mounted on a spire up on the airfields. So
Are these
let's go with
melee attacks?
with your weapon, yes. Disadvantage. Okay, no, that hits. Goldbrain, you actually break the first one with your first swing. They have to set up another training dummy.
Oops.
Disadvantage 15. That hits. It's close. Davos, you managed to get in a clean hit. Valkyr, you managed to get in an excellent shot. I need Zatari, Tally, and Bergen.
Let me guess, his bullet's gonna ricochet.
Womp, womp,
They hit you
womp.
right in the throat.
Nat one, here
It
we go.
never shows for me when I try and do advantage or disadvantage. I don't know
Just hit it twice.
Yeah, that's all
I
we
couldn't
can.
Sometimes
find
it's a little
the-
funky.
No, you gotta do the attack, not animal
You're-
handling.
why. Oh, fuck
Yeah,
Christ.
so fire 2 shots.
Dude, I swear.
Well,
this
it's
gum's
one
gonna
shot,
jam.
but-
If this gum don't jam,
He just got an at 1, so roll one more.
come on, another one. Damn it.
Yeah,
Okay, sweet. Excellent.
Per box.
Kai Karim. Tally
Yeah.
misses, and he tells him, "You're focusing too much on your targets, friends. You need." I'm slipping into different accents. You're focusing too much on your target. You're not thinking about how you'll be getting there and the guiding motion. Try to lean into your strike. Tally and Bergen roll again. Just a regular roll. Regular roll.
Regular
roll.
Tally.
Bergen's hits.
Oh.
Yeah, that's 2 successes. He needed that too. Valkyr, you hit, yeah?
Yeah, I'm at 4.
Did you pass the last one? You did not pass the last one, that's why. Okay. So, you guys managed to get in a few solid hits. And he goes, excellent, but, it's not just you that can be fighting up there. He tells you that all of your mounts can, you can use either your action or a bonus action to command your creature to attack. If you use your action, they get to make their multi-attack. If you use their bonus action, they only make 1 strike. I sent all of you your creature stat blocks. Roll a d20 and add whatever they get to add for their basic attack. If they get to make multi-attacks, roll twice.
Let me see.
And Valkyr, hit. I believe in you.
I gotta.
You said roll once.
Roll, if it has multi-attack, which I think all of you do, roll twice.
And we
Gotta
add their
add
modifier.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you roll
mine's
high
at
enough,
6.
Sweet. So, Davos, you come up and you sort of rush low, and then as the beast would turn up to try to fly in front of the target, it wallops it with both of the hooves, and both of them strike. It's very solid. You feel very in tune with your creature, especially as you're leading the pack with 8 out of 5 checks.
That
Valkyr,
boy
what
spot.
do you get to add to your owl's attacks?
Let me see.
Be a 5 or
Probably-
more.
Probably +5. That's what the Eagles is.
Happens so fucking much.
Wow, so it's that with the
Plus
dichotomy.
Feast or famine. +6? Excellent. That's enough.
Okay.
So the owl comes up, and it's a little difficult it's finding it a little difficult to maneuver properly and attack at the same time with you on its back, but it's getting the hang of it. Devin, my friend. Oh, well, the 9 plus 5 is good. Yeah, you managed to get in. Your Raven comes in with a solid, sharp peck. And Zat, your Nightmare comes in with a solid kick as well. All right. At this point, everyone has at least the 5. So all of you are fully bonded and don't have to make checks to do normal maneuvers. Now, if something hits you, you might have to make a check to stay on, but that depends on the attack and how much damage it does.
Not me.
Not you, yeah. You guys feel pretty beat up after the end of the day. It's working different muscles than you're used to. There's a lot of thigh and lower ab involved, as well as, not only steering the beast, but leaning into your swings. You're extending your arms more than you typically would to, say, swing your axe. So it's, you guys are kind of sore. But you come back the 3rd day, and he tells you that today we're going to take a flight over the Neverwinter Wood, past the southern peaks of the crags. It's a volcanic mountain range just north of Neverwinter. It'll be about a 4-hour flight there. We'll rest up for a bit and then fly back. And for this, everyone just roll a normal nat 20, or excuse me, a normal 20. Roll a nat 20, please.
There you go.
Ah!
He says it nice. Do as he obeys.
And then if we could get
my first roll
Tally-
was Brand.
I dated a horse girl back at home. I think that's why
That's
I'm doing so well.
You are the worst girl. Shut the fuck up.
That's Bergen's.
I am the walrus. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
Stop.
With that 20, Davos, you're at 10 over 5. You and this horse just feel like you're made for each other. Y'all
It's a
are
Pegasus.
about it.
It's a Pegasus.
Pegasus? Excellent. That last one was for
Douche.
Bergen?
Yeah.
So,
You're
the way
acting
this was-
Pegasus right now.
fuck. This was more of just a race, we'll say, to see who could get there first. And Tally and Davos are neck and neck the entire trip. And by the time they get to the destination, all of you are just a little too far back to know who truly won, and they both insist that they did. But no, that works fairly well. Goldbrand is not far behind, and then bringing up the rear are Bergen and Valkyr and Zatari. Little Zatari's horse not seeming as interested in the race. He's like, fuck, I'm just fucking... It's like taking a very skilled show horse to, like, basic pony training. Yeah, he's not happy. About 2 hours into the exercise, Zane points out to the east, and you see an immense column of clouds. And as you look closer, you realize it's actually a castle made of white marble, some distance away. It is not Zephyros' castle. And Zane points to the north and curves along, and you guys follow him, heading further toward the crags. And another hour in, you all begin to hear a voice.
Damn
A
it.
song. I need everyone to make a wisdom save.
God.
At disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh,
you're the
no.
worst.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is
Goldbrand?
not gonna go well. Okay,
Okay.
that went better than I thought.
Mine did not.
Oh God, Valkyr's charmed.
Dude, I've
For
hit
just-
3 nat ones this session.
He fell.
This is
He
not-
fell.
That's
for
pretty
the
rough.
The siren song. He's
It's-
screwed.
It's catch. Oh, I also need to do
Do
disadvantage.
our mounts need to make them?
No.
Alright, cool. As long as he survives.
So I got a nat 1. That's great.
Same?
So did Velk, yeah.
Well, to be fair.
To
The
be
first
fair.
Okay, never mind.
To be fair, I'm missing somebody. Is Bergen up here?
I'll get Bergen. Oh, freaking +7.
Oh,
Oh wow.
That one.
Another nat 1. Oh my god. So I have Davos, Zane, Satari, Valkyr, Goldbrand, Bergen, Tally. I need Tally.
You titty talking over there?
So, Davos, you are flying along.
took me a
You're
second,
enjoying it.
no.
You're doing like fucking loop-de-loops. You're having a fucking blast. And you turn back and see that everyone else is drifting everyone else is drifting down toward the crags. And you think, oh, okay. Zane's leading them down. And you begin to follow them. As you guys get a little closer, you see 3 beautiful women lounging, nude, about a hot spring among the rocky crags, singing smoothly, soulfully, to the echoing peaks. Bare breasts and pale skin draw you in closer, and they smile coyly at your approach. But Davos, you, coming up a little bit behind, you see this terrifying, half-avian women with filthy feathers and wrinkled, flabby, inhuman skin, large yellowed eyes that peer over slit nostrils and sharp, hardened lips. And if you want, you can try to make an... What?
Brandon knows to say fucking harpies, but I don't know if
Yeah.
Davos knows.
You can make a nature, a history, or an arcana check to see if you would. I will say... you can make it with advantage.
I've been hanging out with Goldbrand. I'm gonna go with nature. Whew, thank
Solid.
God.
You do know they're harpies, and you also know that they are called the Sirens of the Skies, and that your friends seem to be under their enchantment. They take damage. You can try to knock them out of it as they begin to descend closer. You've got
If
perhaps
my-
a round.
If my buddies take damage, they could be. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah. If they get hit, they get to make another save.
Hells yes. I've been waiting for this one.
About to say. I wonder who he
Do
gets
it.
first.
Oh man. I'm trying to think what's not too bad.
You know, like unarmed combat.
No. Green Flame Blade. Let's throw a smite on there. Defensive Flourish and
Anything
Pop,
that
pop,
hits
pop, pop.
multiple of us.
I must say your
Yeah.
your mount has multiple multi-attack thing, right?
that is true. Correct.
Just don't
Do you have a
fuck
But
with
it
bomb?
would use one of my actions, huh? To get the mount to a multi-attack.
You have to use an action to do that. Yeah. Also,
And,
I know this is the map that was the swamp, but we're gonna pretend this is a hot spring now.
And
Recycling.
Four of them are charmed.
It seems like everyone but you, including Zane. Yeah. There's more than one singing, so you make the check at disadvantage, which is how they tend to get their prey.
Do you have an AoE?
I don't think so.
I
that I
have
can think
Thunder
of.
Wave, but it's 2d8, and it's 15-foot cone. I thought
Hit
I
me
did.
with your best shot.
15-foot cube, I think.
Yeah, sorry. I do
Thunder
have.
No, you're good. You could probably get maybe 3 with Thunder Wave.
I can't pull the punch at all. 2d8.
Not with
seems-
magic, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not going to kill anybody.
Just do it.
Alright, I will.
You could also. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's what I'm gonna do.
The sass.
Just do it.
No, I'm trying to think if the bonus. No, alright, yeah. Thunder Wave, whoever I guess is 15 foot close to me.
We'll say that, who were the 2 that were winning the race?
It's a con 14, if that matters.
Tally.
We can't do the 3 that are here.
It was him and Tally, I believe.
Yeah. And then
Fair.
I think
Seven's
Goldbrand
pretty
was the
good.
next closest.
Me and
And
Dude.
then me,
the rest
Bergen,
were
and
way in the back.
yeah.
That's right. So we'll say you get Tally, Goldbrand, and Bergen.
Question.
Yes.
It says it's a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that wouldn't be enough to jar them. Yeah, alright, sorry.
It's, well, tell me this. If they pass the save, do they take half damage?
Half damage and they don't get pushed
Sweet.
10
So
foot.
So, the 3 that I just mentioned, Goldbrand, Bergen, and Tally, make a wisdom save for me. Regular wisdom save. Need enough space.
Oh Gosh,
Mm.
Goldbrand, what was that?
Ah, tally solid.
I thought it ended automatically when I got damaged.
It does not. They get to make another save.
That's
Yeah, it does. So Tally snaps out of it. Bergen snaps out of it. Goldbrand, take the 7 points of damage, but you are still. And the other two will take 3 points. You are still charmed, and with that, we're gonna roll for initiative.
yeet.
You didn't have your bonus action for anything?
Not since I used a spell.
Oh no.
Your bird? Your Pegasus?
Oh, I guess I could if do one more
You could-
attack.
Yeah. Who do you want to hit?
Who's left? Zane or Valkyr? Is that
Zatari or me?
Or about yeah. Or
Oh,
or
Zatari?
Goldbrand again, since he's still.
Oh, and Zane, yeah.
I mean, I know you and Zat both have good range. I feel like.
I changed, by the way, I changed my build, so
Okay, well then I don't know anything about it, so I'm
go
gonna
with
go
what
with
you know.
that. Zat, I will. What is it? One attack. +6 to hit for 2d6 +4. Alright, so let's see. For the Pegasus.
Can you see those initiative rolls that I rolled?
10 does not hit Zat, so does that mean he doesn't?
Yeah, nothing happens, unfortunately.
Alright.
Goldbrand's or 17 for Taliban's, 4 for Goldbrand's. Bergen,
1
fif-
second.
Davos.
Davos right here. Wow. Bergen goes before Davos. He's gonna miss this.
You're right though. And what did Zach get? I didn't see. 12. Oh, and
You
you know
want-
what? I did not make a fucking token for Zane, which is hella ironic. But I'll just drop a griffin on here. You guys are still mounted, and those of you who are snapped out of your charms are free. Everyone else must continue to one of the harpies. The
We'll take a
closest
break before we
one
get
that
started.
is. Oh, you are right. It is almost midnight. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll knock out this combat, or we'll take a break, knock out this combat, and then we'll probably call it a night.
Okay.
But yeah, see you dudes in about 5 to 10.
Bird?
All right. All right, my dudes. You guys, if you are charmed, can you guys put an icon on yourself for me? And you can spread out a little more, because y'all were flying. You don't have to be, like, side by side by side. You're technically approaching from the south. And I'm going to say, if you're behind... Zane was toward the front, because he was guiding you guys. So if you're... You can be in the row he is, or behind him, which is this little griffin token down here.
Mm-hmm. 5-foot squares.
Indeed, yes, sir. By the way, Josh, when we were listening to I was listening to one of the episodes the other day, and it had that fucking dope ass battle music that you had that has like the fucking dubstep breakdown in the middle of it. If you can find that link again, I would appreciate.
Yeah, I'll look for it.
Yeah, thank you, sir. All right, and with that, all right, you guys are just sitting down. If you're charmed, have an icon on, and Valkyr. Did you break out?
Nope,
forget.
I'm charmed.
So you have to fly to either the green or the blue harpy. Your creature's speed, which I think is close enough to get you there. I think the owl is like 40 feet flying. And you are in the air, I should say.
60, so. Haha.
So yeah, definitely enough to get there. You go and you see a beautiful woman, and it's... Oh. You see, soft eyes, smooth skin. And as you look, you realize she almost looks like Rua. And at that moment, your mace grows hot. Valkyr, make another wisdom save for me. Your wife's not happy that you...
His mace, or
His wife mace?
or his loins mace.
Oh, womp.
It's his
Valkyr,
weapon
did you hear
vault.
that? Yeah,
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
You feel the literal sting of your mace against your body. You've started to dismount your griffin, and as you've stepped into this creature's space, you watch that beauty melt away. And again, the sharp beak, the razor sharp eyes, the rough feathers, the haggard looking skin. It is a complete 180. I'll say that was an action for her to jolt you out of it. You have a bonus action to use if you would like it.
All right. I
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because I'll provoke an opportunity if I do that. I am gonna use just my bonus action to curse her with Hexblade
Oh, Hexblade Curse?
Yeah.
Cool, okay. I will mark her down. Taliban, to whoever's running him.
Go ahead, Devin.
Gotcha. Tally will. Is Tally charmed? I guess.
Did he break out of it? I think he broke out of it with the... Yeah, he passed his
Yeah, I
last
think I
wisdom
got
save.
damage.
You're-
That's what I thought. He gets to do 3 Kaikarims in the first turn, right?
Yes,
Alright,
sir.
here, he will. Where is he? Yeah, her. I guess he'll get this one since it's the closest. Oh, can he hit this one that Valkyr's squared up with?
He is.
Can he hit it from where he is?
With a knife? It's like 60 feet, so like 12 squares. Yeah, you're good.
He'll do that.
I would say maybe move around Davos, but...
Bloop. He's gonna help a boy out. 1, 2, 3.
Boom, boom.
First,
two of those...
Sneak attack.
2 of those hits.
That
For
should
19.
be 2d6 by now. Probably 3d6, but I'm not gonna roll.
Nice. 7. Alright. 3 knives fly forward, Valkyr, and as you curse this creature, just and you see it, you hear it screech, and the rest of you who are still charmed just hear song. It's the pitch changes sharply for a second, but it's still beautiful. Bergen, who is Devin, or no,
I think
Yeah,
that was-
I'm
Davos?
running Bergen.
I think Brandon's
yeah.
I forget.
What you got, dog?
I keep forgetting this. You cannot cantrip and bonus action spell, correct?
You can.
Well, you
can't cast
you can
two
do
spells.
you can do cantrip and spell. You cannot do 2 spell.
Okay. Alright. Bergen is going to come over here to Tally. And do Word of Radiance as a cantrip. It's an action.
Okay.
He's going to get right next
Yeah.
to him.
Pop him. Deal.
Yep.
To Zatari or to Tally?
I'm
Zatar-
sorry.
I'm sorry. I see.
Sorry.
I got you. Okay.
And
Okay,
that's
so,
the damage on a con 15 save.
So,
Zatari
roll a
gotta
con
roll
save,
that?
Josh. Yeah. An 11
Alright.
does not pass. And, it, like, Bergen comes up and says this and swishes his hands about to make his sigil. Zatari, it is very painful. Much more, like, you are tuned into this beautiful woman standing before you, ready to blow your massive load.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
And you see her shift, but before you do, the radiant energy is piercing. You see flashes of your dream, the smoke, the flames, and instead of 4 damage, you take 8 damage.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really did not know that would happen.
Sure you didn't.
But either way, you're safe.
I love how even though it was Bergen, it's tied to Davos now. Like, it's points against you.
Am I
Well,
still
oh,
charmed
God.
or no?
Still gotta make the save.
Make
huh?
a wisdom. You have to make a wisdom save for that. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
So he might have burned you for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He does this, and you turn to look at your friend, and your friend now looks cruel. Like the features are sharp and unusual, but
I was gonna laugh if Bergen turned out to be like a super hot girl too.
Bergen has massive tits.
Sexy jutsu.
Yeah. Davos can do that. He has a duplicate. Duplicate.
Not even then, Davos. Not even then.
If that's
Alright,
or excuse me,
Bergen.
bonus action.
Yeah, he's going to spiritual weapon right next to the green harpy
Cool.
as
I think.
second level.
Green harpy?
it is.
What was the damage on that, or what was the swing on that? Sorry,
It's
I'm getting
plus
stuck
7
already.
to hit. Sorry.
No, you're good. Oh no, it rolled it. 13.
Yeah. Okay.
13 does not hit. The mace is conjured. He can use it in the future, but it does not hit this round. As we go to Harpy Matriarch A, which I think red is always my A. She is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to Valkyr upon his griffin. And she's going to...
Bird.
For real, she's going to slash at you twice with her claws. Those of you who are still charmed, being just Atari and Zane at this point, see Engelbrand. I don't see a marker on your token. I don't see your token.
It's camouflaged.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So you just see this beautiful woman, like these two beautiful women, like caressing Valkyr. You don't see the reality of it, but the rest of you see this harpy swoop in and take 2 slashes. Oh, as
That
Devin's
don't sound
dogs
good.
go crazy. A 17. Does that hit you, Valk?
It would, but now that I know it's a 17, I'm gonna use my reaction and cast Shield, which gives me a +5 to my bonus. or to
Yeah.
my AC
Oh,
for the
fuck.
rest of the turn.
Yeah, solid. So go ahead and you don't take the damage from that,
Mhm.
but mark your spell slot as we go to Zat.
Just
How
trying.
do you?
Who you-
How you do this?
On your spell sheet, you should see little squares by the level. So it'll say like first level and have like 4 squares, and you just click one of those and like mark it off. You can still use that spell again, but that's one of your spell
Right.
uses.
Got it.
Yeah. What do you do, Zat?
I'm charmed, so whole lot of nothing, right?
Oh yeah, you move as close as you can to the green one, which it's gonna go.
Guess I'm like in that, John.
You can try to use we'll say for your action you can try to break out of it. Try to make another wisdom save. As you're again just well, hang on. Let's see what you see. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
This man is farmed.
I love her.
she hot like shit.
I
We're
forgot I had
ta-
an advantage on the charm. Oh well.
Since you're using anime references, I've forgotten her name, but there was a chick in Bleach who had like purple hair and she was like dark skinned and she was fine as fuck. That's what I imagine she would look like.
I haven't seen Bleach.
Oh,
That's
man.
a-
Started
One
with
of
a
you
Y.
weebs. That sounds right.
It's.
Yeah,
Let's see.
some fucking.
freaking weebs.
Oh, we've got our head weeb on it. All right, so the
Richie was the main character. Oh no, you're right. Holy shit.
Ichigo is the main one. Yeah. So the harpy in front of Valkyr, it like goes to it goes to slash you. The rest of you just see the hands on him again. I think both of those hits 16 and 19.
Shield's still up, so
Oh yeah, it's a whole round, isn't it?
yeah. Thank
That's
God.
Beautiful.
Wild.
As Harpy C, who caressing Davos, or excuse me, not Davos, Zatari, is going to
Caressing her.
she takes hold of your hands
Love it.
and she pulls you into the hot spring.
Hmm.
And as the water touches your flesh,
My P level.
it is searing. The rest of you see her use her talons to grab him and pull him in without going in herself. Zatari, do me a favor. Take let me find my right die. There we go. Take 11 points of fire damage. It's technically heat damage, but oh, you resist it because you're a tiefling. So take 5 points instead, and make another wisdom save.
Can I get a 9?
Love of God. Thank
That
you.
passes. Whew, fucking finally. You go into this searing water, and as you do, again, the flames from your dream, the heat, the intensity of it, and you snap back into consciousness and see this thing's wicked claws around your arms dragging you deeper into the water. It technically has you grappled. Wait.
Is there some? Yeah.
No, it's for when if it's doing it while you're not charmed. It's a grapple. My apologies. With that, we go to Davos. What you got?
All right. Am I still mounted?
You are, for all intents and purposes.
All right.
The two that were charmed and walked forward would have dismounted, but if you've passed,
Boys.
you're the only one who did pass, so you're the only one who is.
Right.
Yeah. Simps.
We'll say that.
I'm doing the math. Okay, 25 feet. I'm going to go to the green harpy here. I am going to use Light of Lathander without hitting Zatari. That's
Okay.
my bonus action. For 9 damage for a 15 con save.
9 damage for 15 con. Ooh, she fails, so she does take the full 9 and is blinded.
Does radiant damage seem to do any more?
No, sir, it
normal.
does not, but good on you for asking.
And you guys see my blade. Nope, never mind. You see me do 2 attacks this time. Come on.
Oh, are you there?
Nice.
Beautiful. Both of those hit. Roll damage.
That's for the first, for the second, and I guess not bloodied yet. Where are you? I hate how the
Whoops, that's not
smite
right.
is not. I'm gonna be smiting,
Oh, yeah, pop it, dude.
and
Get it.
because I get an extra 1d8 with the blade of Erenbor on a smite,
That looks like we ain't got time for this shit. Black.
it's gonna be
Smite
3d8
me.
total.
Through shit. For 11 more. Get it.
Yep.
Nice.
And
She
that'll
looks-
be the end of my turn.
She looks close to bloodied, but you don't believe is quite there. With that, we go to Golbrand. We'll rolled like poopus.
Yeah, I'm still charmed. Do I get to pick which one I go to?
It has to be one of the closer ones. You probably, and technically it's one that's unoccupied, so it has to be the red one between the red and the green.
Yeah. Okay. I assume that's all I can do because I'm charmed.
You are correct. You actually, it seems like you take a step into that water. Because that square is, you like take your first step in, again, assuming at a hot spring that you see this woman standing in. That's not a D12, Joey. Whoops. I rolled the D20 and almost gave you damage. You're welcome. Take 8 points. You don't have resistance to this. 8 points of fire damage, and make another save for me.
I'm really mad about all these low rolls because my wisdom saves are +8.
Jesus.
There you go. That passes. You snap into it. I would say you could still probably use a bonus action if you wanted.
I'll rage!
Yeah, that's all you needed. Perfect. All right, and that brings us to Zane, who is still charmed. 5,
Bitch.
10, 20, 25. He's also going to make his... Zatari, did you snap out of your charm?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Take it away.
Okay. So with that, he's going to try to go to the green one because she's unoccupied. So he steps into the water. He takes, 11 fire damage. And he makes a save. 10 plus... he does not pass. So Zane is still charmed even in this boiling water as we go back to Valkyr. What you got, dog?
I've got an attack.
Do it.
So I'm gonna swing with the Moonblade first, since that's the packed weapon.
Get it? Solid hit.
Was that a 19? Yeah, no. All right.
No, 17.
+9.
Okay.
Close, though.
And then, well, let me do the damage first. Where's the damage on that?
If you click, if on roll 20, if you hit Valkyr's Moonblade, it should pop it for you.
I wasn't
Oh.
sure if it was updated. There's the second attack. The bonus
And we've got
attack By the way, all the damage gets +4 because this is against the cursed target.
Okay, so you're using both of these weapons one-handed, so it's 9 plus 5, 14, plus 14 more for your second hit. Or, excuse me, 13 more. Yeah, 9, 14, 27. Solid.
And then the sneak attack shouldn't have been proc twice.
Yeah, I just did the one. You're good.
Okay. And then this is for Rua as the bonus action.
Get him.
Now this
Yeah,
doesn't
let's
get
say.
charisma modifier to the damage, so that's -5.
Oh, does it?
No, on the bonus attack it doesn't.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, but it still would get your proficiency. Oh, no, not for damage. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, so 12. This one goes just beyond the bloodied point. As we go to Taliband.
Tally will do what Tally do. He's going to move. Is he still mounted?
Technically, yes. If he wasn't charmed to walk off of his steed, he could say he is still on it.
I think he's gonna keep trying to help out Valkyr. He only gets 2 attacks this time. One of those gets sneak attack.
So both of those hit. 21, 27 damage. To which one, I'm sorry? The red one?
No, the blue one. He's gonna keep trying to help out Valkyr. He's seen Goldbrand take care of himself.
Heard? Okay. Bergine.
He's going to run up or fly up, go after the green one. I don't know if he gets 2 attacks. Doesn't say on his sheet.
He does not. I don't think so, no.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Won't let me click the attack.
You have to click it and then go to the sidebar on the right and click beyond 20.
Ah, interesting. That does hit. 11 damage hits.
And then come right behind it with his spiritual mace.
With the mace? Swoops around, swings with him.
And 1d8 plus 4 damage. Or I guess I gotta roll to hit too. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh, does not hit. Roll a 20 for me. Satari. Oh, no. We'll say it hits Davos since you're running him, and you've already accidentally hurt him once today. So the mace comes around and pops you, Davos, for 7 damage, my dude.
Alright.
Enjoy that. So you got a Harpy Matriarch A, which is the one Goldbrand is facing. And she... You see her eyes grow a faint purple. And the other two, their eyes begin to glow as well.
What? Wow.
Make a wisdom save for me.
Who's this?
me.
Goldbrand.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck them.
Solid. No. You watch. Oh, hang on. I want to think of what would be Goldbrand's greatest fear. Let's talk about that.
Women.
The end of the path.
You see...
Goldbrand's married. Fuck you.
You see this, you see the path before you, you walking it, this creature rising before you, you falling, the craft crumbling, but you are too sharp to be fooled by such things, and shake through it. You do take, I think you take half, hang on.
I was scared.
Oh, no, okay, no, you're good. But you watch the harpy sneer as its magics do not take hold, and we go to Zatari.
Okay, which one hasn't been touched? Because if I don't one-shot one with all this shit I'm about to do, I'm gonna be upset.
The red one, I think, is the freshest.
Okay, if I tap my
Questions of
heels and
clean,
fly,
clean.
she gonna get an attack opportunity?
Yes. Well, she's technically blind, so she'll make it at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that then. We can go ahead and go for
Okay,
it.
she's gonna make her swing. +6. A 14 does not hit Zatari. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, you're good.
All
Keep
right,
going.
so I'll go here, and then if y'all want to go to the bathroom, take a break, read a book, you can, because I got to do a whole bunch of shit. Jesus Christ.
I'm
I'll
thinking
use
2 gun jams.
no. I'll use.
Oddly enough, I like to read my books while going to the bathroom.
That's great. Both grit points for violent shot. So both attacks get a +2. I'll
Okay.
use pepper spray first.
Solid.
So 3, right?
Yep.
3.
All 3 of those hit. Roll 3 damages. Oh my god. Oh my
For
god.
real.
Wait.
47 plus 4, that's 51.
And
Keep
then
going.
I'm gonna use my storm shot and frost shot because you said they're like smites now, correct?
Well, you can use one because it's oh well, you are making multiple attacks. Fuck yeah, why not? Let's fucking do it.
Bam, bam.
Aw.
DC dex save and a con save. Okay, let me pull up her thing real quick so I can. Here's the dex save. Oh, that's high.
Oh,
Yeah, that passes.
And I have
Con
to
save.
add 1 more dice to these damages too.
Go ahead. 53. Excuse me, 54. 58. She passed both checks, unfortunately, so we don't get the extra thing, but we do get the 8 extra damage. So that's 58 plus
Plus these 2, so plus 10.
10.
68.
68.
Is she dead
Woo!
from this or no? Because I still have my action surge and
She's in rough shape. She's in below battered 25%. She's fucked.
okay, and then I'll
Feel the rough.
use I'll just use
Oh
action
my God.
surge and shoot her again.
Yeah, pop.
17.
That hits. Well, your action surge gives you a whole nother action. You get another one of those.
Right.
9. Roll. Wait, I think that's... You guys watch as the Tari goes from in front of this woman, pulled into this searing water, already seared by the words of his friends, rises up on these boots, and you hear 6 motherfucking shots. Pop, 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 pop. Like, one of them explodes with this frost and freezes part of the water. One of them electrocutes into it, and arcing sparks go all around as this harpy sinks beneath the surface nearly instantly. Beautiful.
I think
Sure,
Cobra
beautiful
looks over the
class.
corpse as it falls, and he's just like, "Hey, that one's was mine."
No, not today, friend. You killed a dragon. I wasn't there
That's
for
fair.
that.
He did not.
He's gonna catch up.
Oh,
Did not.
true.
Okay. Oh god. Anyhow, the other harpy, the one in front of Valkyr, sees this happen and sneers, and she looks to gotta make some choices. I think she's gonna go for Valkyr since he's in front of her. Whoops. I don't want you to see that in chat. I need to move that over here. Alright, Valkyr, do me a favor. Make a wisdom save.
You and your wisdom saves, man.
Yeah. It's their thing.
Here's their stick.
Come on, blow it out the water. Haha. Just like Zatari.
God, all these blowing it out jokes.
Oh god.
Yes!
23, solid.
Called it.
You watch as she, like, again, the eyes turn purple, and she draws a circle with her hand, and this crown of thorns sort of rests on your head and pierces into your flesh, and you can feel it trying to take hold of you, but you grit your teeth and shake through it, and she sneers at you. She's gonna try to fly up. You get an opportunity attack.
Ooh, you done goofed, bitch.
Get her.
Hello.
Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Oh, that hits. Roll some damage. Roll high.
He gets...
Is that 12? That's 12.
That's 12 plus 4.
I don't think you get your...
Sneak.
I'm about to say, I don't think you get sneak attack for opportunity attacks.
Okay.
Um,
So it's
but,
just 15.
she tries to turn you.
I think you do.
You get sneak attack on opportunity attacks? Doesn't
As
need
long
it, but
as
check it so we
someone
know
is-
for the future.
As long as I'll look at it. Right.
No one is. No one's engaged with it.
Oh, it's
He doesn't have advantage.
Oh, also,
Then no.
Yeah.
my sneak attack has it has less criteria because of the type of rogue I am. So
Oh.
I get it if it's allowed on an opportunity attack.
I see. Okay, that's actually
Once
pretty cool.
per turn,
Um,
has he already applied it this term?
Yes,
I
because
think
I'm at the
you
top.
used it with your last attack.
initiative.
Yeah. So it's already popped this turn. But you don't need it. The harpy
Oh,
tries to charm you.
Sorry. once per turn, not one per round. So this is a different turn, so he would get another one.
Once
Give
per.
it to me.
You don't need it. It's dead. God damn it. Let me narrate the fucking thing.
Kill it extra hard. This
You
kid
stab
tried to
into
eat
it
my
sneakily, very.
brother.
You stab into it, and maybe it is that extra drive. Was this with? Oh, I was hoping it was with your mace. You jab your moonblade into it, and as it tries to fly up, it just gives you enough force to cut through it, and it too, organs falling out, falls into the water as the pool around you goes red. And it's actually, for Valkyr, it's almost a jarring sight. Blood on water. Having impersonated your love, you feel the dubstep hit just right. It's almost a traumatic experience for you. It's reliving that PTSD, we'll say. With that, Davos, what you got? One harpy remaining.
Oh yeah, blade swinging, sheath,
Get it.
and then you just see my chest glowing again.
Pop, pop.
Unsheath.
What?
And
That
just
does not
kind of
hit.
Just goes wide.
Fizzle out.
I guess. Yeah, that was very anti.
Your bard was. You were too busy being a bard and talking up your game before focusing on being a paladin and landing your shot.
Yep. But I know Goldbrand's gonna save the day.
Yeah. Do you have a bonus action?
I will. Turn to Goldbrand. Give him a extra D8 on a ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Bardic inspiration. And I go, kind of like bow. It's all yours, Goldbrand.
Don't fuck it up like you did the dragon.
Like,
Yeah.
return the favor kind of thing.
Go ahead. Yeah. What you got, Goal?
5, 10, 15, 20, right up to.
1 second. You do take 2 more points of fire damage. You're raging, so 1.
Yeet. Goldbrand no longer even noticing the
Yeah.
offspring.
It's tickle.
Races over there and does his thing. He was gonna make a smartass quit, but he's raging, so I don't really think he actually talks that much while he's raging. He's raging, so he's like, ah!
All roid rage.
Yeah, he's all roid rage.
Oh.
Both hit. Roll damage.
Both of those get +2.
23, 25, 35, 43. Yeah. Oh yeah. Two cleaves of the axe, and it is out. And as the last one drops, Zane shakes his head and seems to stray away, and you guys exit. I imagine the burning water that is kind of searing you guys a bit.
It soothes my soul.
No wonder you're retired.
Yeah.
We did all the work.
Disconnect. Hang on. He goes. I'm sorry. I told you that when the frost giants attacked, not all of my party made it. She looked like I love her. I once had. It was. I'm sorry. Thank you tremendously for getting me through that. We had to change course. I saw the cloud giant castle, and they're very territorial about their airspace. I had no idea that these would be here.
I don't
I
think
should-
Yours blames. Goldbrand will turn to the group. The way once who talks about stats, he gestures vaguely to the direction he's assuming Countess Sensory's castle is.
The Cloud Giant Castle? You talking
It's
about?
best.
Yeah.
We don't know what that is.
So So you're hunting down all the different types of giants. The Countess of the Cloud Giants resides in a castle that floats in the sky, similar to the one that you saw with Zephyros early on. So you have you hazard a guess that might be hers. But there are multiple cloud giants in the world, not just the one castle floating around. You could phone a friend and learn more.
Thinking Zephyros?
Okay. You call up.
Does Zane not know
It
anything?
was a question.
Z-
If the group thought
Oh, I
somebody
see.
better.
Does
Um,
Zane really not know anything about it?
He knows that they're territorial. He knows that they do not like anyone being in their immediate airspace. He doesn't know anything about them personally. He said he heard about the attack on Nightstone, but other than that the Cloud Giants haven't been as big an issue as primarily the Frost and the Fire Giants, and also the Stone and the Hill. But in his area, mostly Frost Giant and Storm Giants, or Frost Giants and Fire Giants.
Daphne probably also saw the castle that attacked Nightstone, which is the
Correct.
Countess's castle, right?
Meanwhile, while we're
you
talking,
believe so, yeah.
Bergen runs up to Zatari and it's just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that, and he like casts 3rd level heal wound, 16 points heal on Zatari.
Do they have to touch me? Because I'm technically still in that
Yes.
area.
You're what?
Oh,
Still
he's
there.
he's still on.
I'm not just in.
Oh well,
What's wrong with you?
at this
I thought
point,
we were all. Man.
I'm about to say, if you're just chilling in the water, that's gonna be a couple of points of damage. You've got resistance, so you can probably chill for longer than anyone else. But
No, I think we all came.
It's
to
just like
decide so
two-
we could talk.
yeah, it's just like too hot bathwater that doesn't. I mean, you're not being boiled alive, but it's uncomfortable.
I'm good.
Turned your skin pink.
Thanks, Bergen. You're
Yeah.
a nice little guy.
Yeah, point for Bergen, not for Devos. Fuck you.
No, I mean.
That was
it
very in
it
character.
You
it was
can-
Bergen who incinerated him.
No, yeah, you're right. Which it's a little sus.
Do be.
What? Oh, are you trying to say that because he takes radiant damage is sus?
That he took extra from it. Yeah, that is sus. Just food for thought.
Didn't mean to interrupt. Let's go. Cloud Giants.
I was about to say, do we want
Do-
to call Daphne or we want to call Zephyros?
Both?
Yeah, it's like a 3-way call.
Who do you want to start with? You can only do one at a time, unfortunately. But
Zephyros.
okay, the mist turns gray, and Zephyros' face appears. Ah, Lords of Nightstone, it is a pleasure to see you again. Please, what can I do for you?
We wants to know if he knows what the bitch's castle looks like. The Countess.
Ah, the Countess Sensori. No, yes, I've seen it a time or two. I've seen it quite a few times. And he gives you a description of many spires, aviaries, usually griffins or gargoyles or something of that nature flying about it. And you're a good distance away. You don't see it from your current perspective. You guys saw it redirected and have since landed here after about an hour. You don't see it in your current field of vision, but it matches pretty close to what you saw.
Does it stay there often? Or for a long time? Does it move often?
It depends. Sometimes it merely goes with the wind currents. Sometimes the Countess has a destination in mind. It moves about as quick as mine, not the swiftest thing in the skies, but it does bear the brunt of tremendous weight.
Do you think she still has the Nightstones?
He goes, I would believe so. It is, if it were to be taken, I feel like that rumor might get about. At least among my circles.
Why do we care about stats?
Well, he's saying that he would hear. You guys would probably hear about it if somebody had
if
stolen the
someone was
Nightstone.
taking it. I see.
As in, she still has it.
Yeah, I see.
As far as you know, I mean,
Right.
drug.
As far as he can guess.
Let's raid the place.
I guess one more question would be like, I would try to relay about where we saw the castle at and if he knew
Mhm.
why she might be in that area.
He goes, no, it is difficult to say. Normally she does not follow a migratory pattern. It is, as the currents lend, unless she does have some target in mind. Someone can make an intelligence, we'll say an investigation check, if they want. 2 people.
I'll do it.
Because
Me
y'all
and
are not some
Bergen.
intelligent motherfuckers.
Yeah. Me and Bergen ain't the best.
I'm not either, so hopefully this goes well.
Let's
I
see.
have a +2,
Oh, I got a 0. Plus
and
0.
I've been rolling hot.
Ah! Ah!
Valkyrie, like, it was definitely on a cloud. I think I'm almost certain it was. Somebody else? And
It was on
Davos
2
like
clouds, bro.
it's
Not
just
just one.
You're
even
right,
call
you're
him bro. That's funny. You don't glean too much more. He says, if you have spotted her castle, I recommend caution. She has been in a foul mood of late. It would be
How come?
best to be fully prepared if you are to approach. I know not why her mood grows sour. If I had to guess, I imagine that the Night Stone is proving more riddlesome than she bartered for. It has eluded
Yes.
deciphering for centuries. What was that? I'm sorry, Davos?
I was just saying, it's proven cumbersome for us all, I guess.
Indeed.
Well, thanks
Yeah,
for your help,
and-
Zephyros.
Do you
Sorry
know
to bother you.
Gray
does he know
mist.
anything of? Oh,
Gray
I'm
mist,
sorry, go on.
motherfucker.
You were talking.
You guys call up Daphne next, or do you have a need to? Again, you don't
Yeah.
see it from your current perspective.
I mean, I feel like we got everything we were looking for out of that.
You guys, anything else you want to talk about before flying back to
What
Neverwinter?
the fuck was that, Zatari? That was awesome.
I don't know, man. She scared me. Thought she was gonna take my pecker. A lot of you.
Yeah, like, what did you guys see? Like, how did you not see these scary bird things?
Flabby bird titties.
Yeah, like, I mean, look, I know I'm a bard. I've had my moments. I'm not trying to judge here, but like,
I've slept
have you-
with some
have you guys-
questionable women,
have,
but
have you guys really gone that long without seeing your significant others to where that seemed
Oh,
appealing?
God.
What the hell?
Zatari
Yo,
cup.
oi, mate, I'll cut your fucking throat. You talk about my lover
that's
like that.
this is dead.
Zatari cups some of the hot spring and throws it at Davos.
I will take the 2 points of damage.
Oh no, I get to roll, motherfucker.
Alright.
12! It was 12 before it fell. You're good. You don't have to take 12, but
Well, I imagine we got a long rest coming, that's why.
That was
know,
the
it's-
worst
this-
parts. I saw my wife's like 2 weeks ago, and stills I was like, holy shits, that this fucking random woman's is hot.
to be fair, I don't think
Those
you've been
are-
biblical with your wife since, but
Cool.
Then we're
biblical.
gonna assume it happened sometime in the 3 weeks
Uh,
of downtime that they've had.
Oh.
Clearly
As you-
not the one Zatari obliterated, but are there any corpses to loot?
You want to go in there and get
Yeah,
them?
did
They're
the,
in the
organ
water?
fall out of mine?
They're
Okay.
they're in the water. They weren't wearing clothes. You can you can make a perception check if you would like.
Do Harpy organs
My
sell for
passive.
something?
My passive is a
Probably-
17.
Probably not.
Tear out their vocal cords and sells them.
Well, I'm sick of even the sight of them, so I'd like to say I just huddle off and start a fire by myself. All sad like.
Yeah, we should
Give
probably
me
get
1
home.
second. All right. You find a.
A lacy.
You find a potion. Yes, you do. You find several of those. There's a drawer full of them. Only one drawer, not a dresser, just the drawer. You find a red potion that, when you swirl it, seems to flicker between red and yellow, orange. Very intriguing. You gather it's magical. You thought it was a health potion until you shook it. Might do something fun. When you want to put mysterious red potion in your bag and put a question mark by it.
Psychedelic
Well,
question mark?
Oh, well, Skullbrain, as an alchemist, you can try to make a check to see what this is.
What kind of check do you want me to make?
Yeah,
I'm
good.
trying to decide. It's not really medicine, but I feel like that's the closest thing for this type of check.
Am I allowed to add
Bargain.
my proficiency bonus because I have a alchemist?
Have the medicine?
effect?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Then this will get another +4 to it.
Goldbrand looks at it and swirls it, and he goes, "Oh yes, this very spicy. It'll make your breath hotter. It's a potion of fire breath. You don't know how long it'll last, but if you want to put that in there instead." I didn't have anything here, but since you asked, I'm like, yeah, I'll find some uncommon magic item. Sure, why the fuck not?
Gotta love those
As-
random tables.
As you guys are mounting up again, Zane thanks you again and says, "You are pursuing Countess Sensuri. Did I understand that correctly?"
Some things
Yes.
like that. She took some things of ours.
You guys are fucking crazy. I tell you what, he takes the javelin off his back. A long steel rod with jagged edges. And he holds it out. Says, "This is, something that's got me through many a tight situation, but if you're going up against her, you're gonna need it."
What is it?
He smiles, and he throws it at the tree, this one to the far right. And as he does, a bolt of lightning shoots between him and this tree. And you see that the tree itself took the impact of the javelin and the heat of the electricity, but there's also a seared line in the dirt from the heat and intensity of this. This is a javelin of lightning, or a bolt of Talos, as
Did it
his
at
was.
least scare the shit out of Valkyr because he wasn't really with us, so he just sees this random tree explode of lightning.
By his little fire.
What
Can
the
you-
Oh, mate, what the hell was that?
It does cause a mild shitting of self. No. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Um,
as written, I think it turns into the bolt of lightning when you throw it.
It does, yes. It does not return to you. You have to retrieve it. But you can throw it, and you can deal... So if you don't have anything ranged, or if you don't have a lot of range, might be a good thing to pick up. Just throwing that out there. But if somebody doesn't want to dibs it now, we can put it in the bag of holding.
I mean, I have no ranged weapon.
You have
but
the
I
least range of the
spells.
group, for sure. Yeah, but you have Guiding Bolt. Goldbrand has his Javelin.
Which I can do.
Goldbrand
over
also
and
has
over,
Guiding Bolts.
which I
Yeah,
give free.
Goldbrand also has stones. You have the least range of anyone, I think.
I need you to take this javelin and fulfill a fantasy for me, where your lightning's all golden and stuff, and you say "Praise the sun" in a really epic voice before you kill the shit out of something with
Can do.
it.
You guys mount your mounts. Return. Heading back to Neverwinter. But after about 2 hours, the skies grow dark. Not from dusk, but you see the massive form of an ancient green dragon that is above you and
Oh,
now
shit, we
swooping
killed a kid.
towards you. You recognize Old Gnawbone, and she looks pissed. Gonna drop something. Thank you for my my anime waifu. By the way, I just saw that.
You're talking
Old
about
Gnawbone
Yukushiri.
comes down, and she
Yoruchi?
she. The most important part of the conversation. Yes. You see this enormous dragon that is plumes of green smoke are falling from her maw, and she goes, "How dare you, foolish pawns? I should rip your bodies asunder."
What do we do?
You slay my kin and steal that which is not yours. This was not a part of the winding path, but a venture in arrogance at the hands of spoiled adventurers.
We asked her nicely to leaves.
We were looking out for our own protection of our people.
She posed no threat to Nightstone.
To be fair, we didn't know that.
You did actually tell her, yeah, this is exactly where our place is, and we have animals. Like,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, she
kind of
was.
made it a bigger problem.
Yeah, she was.
you-
She was gonna eat
um,
all our goats.
She goes, I will not entertain games. Where is the orb? It was meant to protect and guide young Valora as she grew, not to be a prying eye.
My crystal ball?
Your...
No.
Crystal
No.
ball.
This is like meta. Like, you're talking about my crystal ball.
That's what you took from the dragon?
I
You can... Okay, go ahead, sorry.
I would hold it out. You want this back? Question mark. Like, you talking about this?
And you think you would put it to better use?
It has served us well.
You can, if you want to talk about how Davos intends to use this for the greater good, quote unquote, you can try to make a persuasion check.
Hells, yeah, persuasion.
Let's hear what you say first.
Oh, come on. It's a +10.
Oh yeah.
I can say anything.
It's not a low check either, I'll
I would
say.
say, remind her that our mission, our path is not for glory or renown. It's to restore the ordning, and this has been used to keep Nightstone safe. I would bring up there's a succubus planning an attack. Without this, we wouldn't know about that. If we didn't have a base of operations, we wouldn't be able to do as well as we are.
You mentioned the succubus, and you gather that that's news to her. That's going to drop your DC just a little bit.
Is it possible
But go-
Gilbrand can cast Enhance ability on him?
Yeah.
It gives him advantage on charisma checks.
Fuck.
Go ahead and roll, my dude. It's a high check. Even with this, it's a little lower, but it's... Oh... You needed an 18. It was originally a 20. She bares her teeth. You are lucky that you are bound to forces larger than even myself. Were you not dominoes in a line destined to fall, I would devour your entire keep in an afternoon. She extends her claw. Seems to be waiting for the orb.
Place the crystal ball in it.
She curls her fingers back.
Is there a way I can try and switch the crystal ball with something else?
You could certainly try.
Please don't. She's gonna know, bro.
It's about to say, you're doing it right in front of her. You gather it would be extremely difficult. Unless you have a magical way to do this, or are one sneaky ass motherfucker.
Let me see. Let me
Oh my
see.
god, y'all are... I didn't have an encounter ready for this, but you know...
Since
Alright,
would
I'll
I
let
be
it
able
go
to
since we
offer
don't have-
if he wants,
mean-
I'd
Nah,
be
you're
willing
good.
to offer help if we can get it at advantage. I'd also have a higher sleight of hand.
How willing are you guys to start a fight?
Not willing.
I don't.
Yeah,
think
I'm not-
he would
I'm
go.
not
But
there.
say, it's
Okay.
a great item, don't get me wrong. And it's definitely worth trying to keep, but if you try to fool something this intelligent, it will not take kindly to it.
Yeah, and my only
Yeah,
last thing
pass.
is that Gobrand has a way to hold her still, but that's about it. And she has to pass a save.
I have fast friends.
That would give us a minute.
Do you want to try to... If it fails, she will know. And when it's over, she will know.
Can I
Do
just
you wanna
try
try
and persuade her for a swap of the item? Is there something in return that we can give her that would be of equal value to her?
She
like
will
that.
ask you what you have to offer.
Team, what's in the bag you're
Entertained
holding?
by it.
Just give her the whole
we gotta-
bag.
We're good.
All of it.
I don't know about all that, but
I will say you have 3 things you can suggest and see if she will take.
We got these
Let's
here
look.
bolts that kill dragons. I'm just saying.
Oh, dude, don't say
No,
that,
no, no.
please.
I mean, what?
No.
God, I hate you.
Oh Christ! Whew. Hey, not only are you gonna start a fight with a dragon, you're gonna give it the ammo you just bought to fight dragons. Oh, beautiful.
I love it.
We can try
Oh,
to
yeah,
offer
we
her
don't have
the figurines. Some kind of fancy.
Yeah, we have a shard of the ice rune as well.
We can give
That's
her
something
Bergen.
we can't give her the Ring of Winter, unfortunately. I don't know if it will want Bergen.
I really don't know what we would have.
Do we
I
still
think
have the
either
young
the-
green dragon skull?
You do.
Go over and takes
You
this
do!
out and is like, here's. No.
I'm about to say, do you? Go ahead.
No.
Do
It's
it.
not in
Do
the
it, go.
backbuilding.
That's
What is?
I'm not
head?
showing the skull in the bag.
Oh,
It is at 8:50
no, yeah.
p.m. crafting supplies.
Oh.
Trophy question mark?
Yeah, that's when I first realized, like, should I be doing... I think you guys agreed to give it to Donovan, so you actually don't have it on you.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend pulling that out anyway.
The only thing I really see is either the trinket that Zafuhiri / Safine gave Tally, the shard of the ice rune, or maybe the Stein shield. I don't know. There's not
The
a
Stein
whole
shield
lot
is
of-
Davos' shield.
I see.
That's what that
And then
D
the ring
means.
the ring of mind shielding, Tally
It's
has one.
Tally's. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
Pro-
The
What if we give her the potion of fire breathing? Because she's so used to acid breathing, it gives her a whole new level.
We also have a fair
Um,
amount of like valuables. I think they're called.
so
But
so
we could give her
give,
the blood.
give me your
stone.
3.
Eh.
Give me your 3. The next 3 items I hear, I'll say. So whatever you think your best guess is.
I mean, the worst she can say is no.
We
Or she could say that's my son's head, you son of a bitch. No, I'm kidding. It's not her son, but distantly related.
What do y'all think?
This isn't a suggestion, it's just to the group. The giant
Okay.
mithril belt, are we using that?
I think that's probably not a bad idea because it's worth a lot of coin.
Right. They're like treasure.
Okay. Is that what you want to offer?
That was to the group, if everyone agrees.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Giant mithril belt.
What
Not over the orb, unfortunately. You got 2 left.
So we got. You can't give her multiple things. We don't actually have the fragment of the Nightstone, right? It's in Nightstone.
You do have it. No, you didn't. You left him with the rubbing. He does not have the actual stone. You've not told him you have the actual stone.
The most gold-worthy item we have is the Kimber Descendants
The
diamond.
Bloodstone. Yeah,
Do-
I think
but
we
do
should
we
put the
wanna-
Bloodstone on the list.
But is that
Okay.
worth giving up more than the scrying crystal ball?
Bergen has a diamond. It's worth a lot of gold. Joey mentioned earlier it can only be used for one set of bloodlines, but the dragon may not know that. The dragon might know how to change the bloodlines, which is a valuable tool for her.
Alright,
That
Okay. You hold up the bloodstone. You tell her what it is. You tell her who it is bound to.
Oh, I wanted to leave that out. Sad face.
You would. Well, she would know what it is. She would ask.
Oh, okay.
You tell her the line of Kimber. Anyone who wants to can make a. Well, let me rephrase that. 2 people can make a perception check.
perception,
notice
not
something.
persuasion.
Perception.
Perception.
This is for something different.
Then I do
I get a
not
plus
want
7. I got a passive of 17.
Oh my god.
Tally's
pass-
passive is 20. Goldbrand's passive is 18.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
do.
The three of you then notice her eyes flick toward the ring on Bergen's finger.
Oh, nope.
And,
Nope.
and she says, "That will do nicely." And holds out her claw to take it from you. Do you trade for the thing?
Does that mean she's always gonna know where we're at?
She's gonna be able to find Bergen. I vote we wait
Which
till next week to
means-
see if Bergen can weigh in on this.
Yeah, that's. I feel bad. Like that's his item.
Well,
Say
not-
item
it's
do?
not- the bloodstone only allows people with the bloodstone to find Bergen or Bergen's children. But that means this dragon will know where he is at all times and where his children are at all times. And at any time in its very long lifespan, it can go and find the Ring of Winter, essentially, from Bergen or his descendants. I think that's something
And-
Bergen should be able to decide if is worth.
I'm not up
To-
for
to
that.
be f-
I don't want to place a generational curse upon this man.
That's
Fuck
fair.
them.
I was gonna say, to be fair, she can find any of you with the scry,
Fuck them
you know.
kids, bro. Give them that
But
shit.
we'll talk about that next week
Yeah.
on Storm King Slender.
Let her do
Uh,
that.
Thank you, my dudes. That was fun. I didn't expect y'all to try to like work out some covert operation on Lady Daggerford, so that was an interesting little
How do we not?
sidebar. I mean, y'all are cray. Thank you, my dudes, for joining us tonight. Can't wait for next week. Be good. Love you guys. And is it Friday yet?
No.
Deuces.